inhale ever. I was waiting to exhale. Recording.
Ooh. Yes, recording is important.
Recording.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good.
There we go. That went really this time. Welcome to High Level Games presents Star Trek Adventures, where the crew of the USS Bonaventure get into all kinds of mischief and invent entirely new martial arts based on Klingon plate throwing.
Damn straight.
Happens.
Mhm.
Why don't we introduce ourselves? My name's DM Quinn, and when you introduce yourself, tell me about your first love. We'll start from the opposite side we usually start.
Oh, good. I'm not on the spot this time.
All right, I'm Tim. I play Lieutenant Commander Marcus Barton. My first love was it was a Klingon girl named Eris, and she ended up breaking his heart, and it's part of what made him go to Starfleet.
Okay.
I'm Jake. I'm playing First Officer Commander Kieran Hex. And his first love was when he was very young. He was in primary school, and she was a girl in his class. She was a human. And her name was Marie, and she moved away to a different planet, actually, following her family. And she didn't even know that he liked her, so no harm, no foul, but he'll never forget.
That's adorable.
Hi everyone, I'm Michael, playing Captain Celis Argel. Celis doesn't like talking about his first love because, well, as a 5 or 6 year old, are you really that attached to someone? And then this child and her family. So he doesn't know what happened to her, and it's kind of a painful thing to think about.
Dr. Bassa had thought before being joined that she had many loves. And then once joined, she realized that she just had a really nice admiration for a lot of people. And so she would consider her first love that of a previous trill of a young lady named Danny. And now she kind of compares all relationships she's had in the past and in the future to that great love story.
Tell me more. What happened?
It was it was the second joining of the Trill to a new host, and Danny was probably the most daring and irresponsible person to enter his life, and constantly pushed him to do things that he wasn't willing to do in the first place, but had like grand adventures, and so it was like a whirlwind movie type romance. And yeah, because it was a short-lived chance in that host, there was never the like downslope of that lovely upslope of the relationship. So yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, you had been seconded into a casino, into your Domjot fort, as Captain Argel called it, with Caesara, who you decided to protect, and Marcus and Xandra were heading out to go and see if they could make it to the room that you'd been assigned and get your phasers and bring them back. So that is what was going to happen. So why don't we start with Marcus and Xandra? Now, how are you two going to do that?
Well, first we're going to have directions or a map.
You have access to the public map.
All right. We'll
That
work
doesn't
with that.
show like all the back ways or anything, but it shows paths for people to get different places.
Okay. I'll ask Caesara if she knows. I'll have the public map out there. I'll ask her if she knows the best way to get back to our room.
Oh, I just usually have my servants go and then I just follow them.
Right. Okay. And I turn around and walk away.
Kind of like under her breath as you walk away, you're welcome.
I think Xandra wants to plot out like 3 different routes, just so we can kind of keep aware as much as we can. Alternate routes. So like plan out one that's not going to go through kind of the main area, and then maybe 2 other offshoots that we can bail out on in case of crazy people.
Okay.
Yes.
So are you trying to be sneaky or are you just trying to be fast?
Well, the captain's orders were that we shouldn't kill Orions if we can avoid it. So I think sneaky is the best way to go.
Okay. That makes sense to me. So what that means is that we're going to do kind of similar to an extended work track of sneakiness. And what that will entail will be that you and Xandra will in turn each make 3 rolls to sneak your way there. And if you make those rolls, then you're going to be fine. Get there without being, spotted by anybody.
So is it true if we could make it there, we can make it anywhere?
No.
Oh, boo.
Well, I was hoping maybe if we were really good at sneaking there, and then because this is a little terrifying, but that's all right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The
The joke was still bad.
Yeah.
You should feel shame.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to... who's going to start on this?
I don't know. Is Xandra sneaky? What would that even be? There's no like sneaky thing.
Ladies first. How about this?
Sure.
All right. So we're going to do an insight plus security in order to be...
Insight and security sneakiness.
Yes.
Would surveillance focus help?
Sure.
See, something that actually applies. Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Now, each of these are going to be a difficulty 1.
Okay.
Right? You have 3 momentum right now. Well, no, you don't. You have 2 momentum because you're changing the scene. One success. Xandra is successful. Marcus, you're up.
She's sneaky.
Okay. I have infiltration. Does that count as a focus?
Absolutely. You are obviously the 2 right people for this job.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I don't like that color coming up.
Would you like to spend a momentum
Yes.
to get rid of that complication?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you are
Yeah.
down to 1 momentum, but
That's not a success.
that is not a success.
Mhm.
So I'm going to
It's really just because Marcus is trying to put moves on Xandra and not paying attention to what the mission.
So I'm going to have you continue to make these rolls, and then know that at some point you will be spotted. And depending on how many of these you fail, will be the severity of that spot.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll do the next one for us. Ooh, look at that!
Woo!
Oh, wow.
4
Xandra's on fire.
successes. That gets you up to 4 momentum now. All right. Marcus trips, but Xandra is there to catch him.
Mhm.
All right, Marcus, you're up. There's a success. Okay. Xandra, you're up.
All right. Coming up. No. 2 dice, not 1 dice. Oh, no.
1 success and
Let's
a
take off
complication.
complication.
All right, you're
please.
down to 3 momentum, and the final roll is Marcus's.
Ooh, nice.
That is 2 successes, bringing your momentum up to 4. All right, so as you guys are sneaking through various hallways, you find the occasional crawl space to go through, and you duck around. You see Orions in different places, and you're not super clear on which Orions would be on your side and which Orions wouldn't.
Right.
You did notice before you left is that Ozarkzo was sending out groups of Orions different places. They were leaving in bunches. Along with some of his non-Orion allies. And you're not clear on what they're doing, but most likely, based on what you have witnessed on your journey, there's various hunt squads that are going on as they're battling across the station. So you do find yourself turning around a corner. Now, this is the last kind of hallway, and then it goes to a intersection, and then if you turn after that intersection, you have the doorway to your spot. The only problem is that in that hallway there is a pitched firefight happening between a mixed group of Lyrians, Orions, and Nausigans that are firing disruptor blasts back and forth at each other. You kind of come around, and a couple of them on either side do see you. What do you do?
Back away.
Yeah. Get back under
just
cover.
awkward. Like, I don't want to be like jump in and hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you hear the disruptor fire. That somebody turns over and looks. Is like, who's that? And you poke around and then poke back. There's like disruptor fire that blasts beside you. You need to decide what to do right away, or somebody's going to come in this direction in order to engage you.
we're gonna try and find a way around that.
Okay? So in order to quickly do that, how are you going to do that?
We're gonna back out and take a right.
Take entry plan B.
Yeah,
Take
whatever
route
our
B.
other plan is, right? One of our other.
Hey, remembering how that goes is going to be a task. Who's going to do it?
You could remember, Barton?
Your insight's better than mine.
Is it? Okay. So I will be in charge of remembering.
Okay. It is a reason plus security task.
Would surveillance help?
Yep.
Excellent. Photon torpedoes.
2 successes. It was a difficulty 1, so you increase your momentum pool up to 5. And you back out, and you're just like, this way, and you both kind of run. Now, in order to outrun the people that are coming around the corner to investigate who you are and or kill you, you are both going to have to make a check to skedaddle. This will be a fitness plus security test, and it is a difficulty 0 for both of you.
Okay. Run away so fast.
Does evasive action help?
Absolutely.
Ah.
Hey, you're up to 6 momentum.
I rolled 2. Sorry. Nope, I didn't. Never mind.
All right, perfect. So you both run and you start following this new route. The disruptor fire and yells disappear into the background as you get away. You do run around the other direction, and you come to the hallway where your room is. Now, what you do see in front of your room are 2 Nausigans, each holding disruptor rifle.
It's not very nice of them.
You kind of glance around the corner, and they don't spot you because they're Nausigans and they don't care.
Well, is there any way to tell if they're on our? No, there's no way. Let's just sneak by them.
Well, they're
Are they,
right
like, right in
outside the door. They're guarding
They're
your
like guarding
door.
our door.
They're guarding the door. We could shoot them in the leg.
But if they're on our side, that might
true.
kill them still.
They're technically not Orions, given the captain's orders.
Technically.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a very Starfleet logic train.
I feel like they were the spirit of my orders and then the letter of my orders.
No Orions can die. That's what you said.
We were just doing what we were told, Captain.
It's not our fault you gave us a loophole. Not our fault you gave us the loophole the size of the asteroid belt of Sol. Okay. You know what? Cover me. I'll go up and see if I can get in the room.
You're going to go talk?
Absolutely.
All right, go talk your way in, and I'll cover him if they pull up their things and start. Yeah.
Okay, so you coming around the corner. As you come around brazenly in the corner, they turn and spin and point their disruptors at you. Now, Irid, I want you to roll a single d20.
Ugh.
10 and below, they're on your side.
Okay, Karen. What?
Damn it!
They are immediately going to open fire. You have now begun initiative.
Shit.
That was an 11. I like how the dice rolled onto the 9 and then flipped over to the 11, and everyone's just like, ah!
I feel like you nudged that.
He reached into the computer.
He shook the table.
Damn it, Mike! Stop shaking the table.
All right, so they are swinging over to fire at you. However, you do get initiative because you are a PC.
Okay. I am gonna dive for cover.
Okay, so you come around, realize your mistake, and you just scramble back for cover.
Yep.
See.
And there's some Klingon swear words in there as well.
I don't doubt that. So since you are first, you can make a minor action of a movement to get behind cover again, and you can still take a task.
Ooh, nice. And then shoot him in the leg.
Okay.
You have the spanner. I don't even know why you're talking about this shooting thing.
Well, Xandra has the spanner.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Marcus has a disruptor pistol and a mechleth.
Yep.
Can you use the mechleth for non-lethal attacks?
Of course. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, just stabbing people. Totally like surgery.
I can
You
hack
just miss
off
all
limbs.
those.
Well, it depends where you stab them, right?
Yeah. Hacking off limbs is perfectly acceptable. And they're Nausicaans. They're like,
Yeah, they'll be
they
fine.
are the bullies of the universe. No one's going to miss them.
Starfleet, ladies and gentlemen.
Love it. The slightly bloodthirsty security officer and the human with the Klingon complex are in a tense situation. Whatever will they do? All right,
Yep.
Marcus, what are you going to do?
All right. So
We can't have this go long. It'll draw attention.
no, it will. I have to, because I don't have anything right now. I have to draw a weapon, and that's another minor action.
Yes, so if you take a second minor action, that's your task.
Yeah,
Which is
I think that's
fine.
what I think that's what I have to do. I have to draw my disruptor.
Okay. Since you are drawing a disruptor, you are intending to engage in lethal combat, which means I add a point of threat. There is now 10 threat on the.
It's not his fault there's no plates in this hallway.
That is true.
You should have brought that stack.
So the first
Is that you?
Nausicaan is going to fire at you. Let's see. That is a single success. So I think for a ranged attack they need 2 successes. So a difficulty of 2 to a hit. So the Nausicaan fires at Marcus as he ducks around the corner and pulls his disruptor pistol. And there's just a disruptor blast that hits the corner, and a whole bunch of sparks fly and superheated metal. And now it is Xandra, Thor's daughter's turn.
I guess I gotta pull and shoot, really. What else could I do? I'm not gonna like jump out in front of everyone.
Fair.
That sounds dumb.
The one nice thing is that you're both kind of undercover, and they're not.
Right.
They're exposed in the
Mhm.
middle of the hallway. And they're Nausicaan, so they don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you, Xander can drop to a knee, and Marcus standing means that
Yeah.
you can both duck around the same
Peek out
corner.
and- yeah.
So I guess you pull your disruptor pistol and turn around and return fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
you
shot
are
first.
engaging in lethal
Minor
combat.
Mm-hmm.
That means we have now 11 threat on the board.
All right. And when I fire, it's under what and what?
Control plus security with a difficulty of 2.
Control and security. So that's 13 I'm aiming for. That's 13 hits, right?
Why didn't you roll out of Xandra's?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
I
It
didn't
does
roll.
hit.
I just rolled 2d20. The only thing I have open is Xandra.
Yeah, why didn't
Yeah.
you roll Xandra's?
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Sorry. I wasn't. I was just like, I need to use just d20s.
Yeah, you're not rolling for Xandra.
Yeah.
Do you tell us if that
Yeah.
hit?
Yeah, that right.
It did. 2
Yeah.
hits.
2 hits.
2 hits?
Yeah.
So that is success. A disruptor pistol. Excuse me. A disruptor pistol does Ranged 4 challenge, or no, wait, that's 3 challenge die, vicious 1.
Holy moly.
That's definitely yours.
3 challenge die.
Oh my goodness,
Oh my!
is 6 points of damage.
6
And 3
points
effects.
of damage.
3
Wow.
points with
So
3
Xander
effects.
drops to a knee, turns around, and fires at the Nausicaan that fired at Marcus.
Don't
And
fire at my boyfriend.
blasts a hole in his torso the size of a watermelon.
Yeah.
And that instantly cauterizes, and
Yeah.
he drops to the ground screaming in pain and starts clambering away from the combat. Next up is the other Nausicaan that looks disdainfully down at his friend, and he's going to try to attack the person that just shot his buddy.
Go Starfleet.
And there is only 1 success. So again, this disruptor rifle hits the corner again, and the corner starts to break apart, and a whole bunch of this molten metal drops down. Some maybe even like lands, little droplets land on you and burn. A bunch of sparks fly. Next up is the top of the round, which is Marcus's turn.
I'm going to aim for the guy's leg.
The guy crawling away, crying out for
No,
mercy.
the guy standing who still
That
has.
guy! Get him!
No, the guy who's still got a weapon.
All right.
The guy who's still standing.
Sandra pops out, then you pop out. Make a good team in combat.
What does the aim minor action allow you to do?
The aim minor action allows you, I think, to re-roll a dice.
Okay. I'm going to do that minor action. I'm going to aim for his leg and fire.
Second. So character may re-roll a single d20 made on an attack before the start of their next turn. So you aim for a second, and then pow! Roll to hit.
That was security and control?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
That is 2 successes. You definitely hit him. Roll 3 challenge dice.
Four points of stress. If you spend a momentum, you can make it 5 and knock him out of the fight as well.
All right, let's spend the point.
Okay. 1 point of momentum makes it 5. You're down to 5 momentum. You pop out, zap, and he gets hit in the shoulder and slumps down and lands on his butt. His buddy kind of collapses. He's obviously gone into shock, and he just throws the disruptor away from him and just puts his hands up, kind of like holding it. Puts one hand up while he's holding the arm with his hand where all this blood's just gushing out.
Okay.
Awkward.
So let's take them into the room.
Yeah,
up in
drag
there.
them into the room.
Yep.
Okay, you the most cold-blooded Starfleet folks ever can roll up, open the door, and pull the Nausicaans into the room to hide the crime.
Mhm.
There
We didn't
are
kill them.
definitely servants in the room waiting. The ones that were assigned to you as you drag these 2 7-foot Nausicaans into the room. As
They
the
can help
one's
you hide the
unconscious
bodies.
and the other one's holding. They don't seem super ruffled, but they are afraid of everything that's happening. You close the door behind you.
Mhm.
How may we serve you, masters?
We're just getting our phasers.
phasers.
We don't want any more death. So
They hold up a quilted pillow with all your phasers perfectly laid out on them.
Okay,
All right.
grab them. Make sure they're still working.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we
All
take
right.
them,
You guys keep safe. Hide.
lock the door after we leave.
All right. What should we do with the
And then-
Nausicaans?
Hope they don't wake up. Tie them up.
Maybe locking the door is a bad idea. if they do wake up, the servants will surely all be murdered.
Except for they're severely injured.
Yeah, they'll just be mad. They're
Tie them up.
They're Nausicans.
Yeah. Tie them up.
Tie them up. We'll make sure they don't have any weapons and
So
stuff.
we restrain them and disarm
Mhm.
them, and then leave
Yep.
them to the tender mercies of your servants who order to care for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care of these poor, almost dead people.
You
Make
have
sure they don't die.
you have your phasers. Nobody technically died yet.
And what do we? I look at the disruptor pistol,
Uh-huh.
and I look at Xandra, and like, what do we want to do with these?
We'll take him back with us, but I'm turning on my phaser to stun and gonna use
Me
that.
too. I mean,
I'm gonna
okay.
hold that.
I'm gonna stuff the disruptor pistol in the back of my uniform, and I'll use the phaser now.
Okay.
Let's get back. Perhaps we should head. Let's just head straight back.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head out, and now the question is the same. Are you going to run super fast to get back? Or are you going to try to sneak back?
I think
Probably still better. I don't know. You go ahead. Sorry, Marcus.
I was thinking the best course of action would probably be try to sneak. If it's evident that we can't sneak, we'll book it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same process as getting here. What?
Okay.
All right, ladies first.
Insight plus security, difficulty 1.
They need a ditto button on here.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna use Thinger.
Momentum to get rid of
Yep.
that complication, but
Yep.
you did get 1 success. You're
I
down to
did.
4 momentum. All right, Marcus. 3 successes. You're up to 6 momentum.
Yay! And again. I'm liking it.
2 successes. Now to Marcus. 3 successes. Now to Sandra.
All right.
1 success. Now Marcus, don't mess this up. It's all up to you.
No pressure. Nice.
Haha, 2 successes. Excellent.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
We feel much sneakier now that we don't have weapons of death on us.
Mm-hmm.
After you sneak back, you come running into the casino. Captain, you see them come into one of the areas, and the Orion guards are waving them in, pushing them in behind them. They look like they're really out of breath and kind of stressed out, but both of them are smiling.
Mission successful, Captain. And I hand you your phaser.
Excellent. So we want to make sure everyone is armed.
Mm-hmm.
Pass them out.
Everybody now has their Federation issue phaser.
Captain, just so you know, we did injure a couple Nausicaans. They're tied back in our room right now.
But none died.
No, luckily, but I don't. They got really hurt. We only shot once, but
Mhm.
Well, we can tend to them once the immediate crisis is over, if we're able to.
okay.
Lovely.
They'll let us.
Figure I'd better tell you before we get back there. And it's like, all right, the Nausicaan.
Well, about that.
Awkward.
So, Quinn, during this time, Kieran has been resting. Can he remove the points of stress that he accumulated? Usually it says that stress is removed between scenes.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Everybody remove all your stress. I might not always allow that.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
reason for that is specifically to simulate the TV show, right? So that you go into the next situation ready to go. And that's totally fine, but we haven't always been strict on the scenes because in sometimes we want to create certain tension and stuff. And I think that's just a better approach in some cases, but for this purpose, let's do that.
And I'm trying to have him specifically rest in anticipation of that.
Is there anything that you folks were doing while they were gone?
Resting.
Captain? Dr. Bass?
Resting.
Dr. Bassa was practicing moves, which she was going to use her hypospray for. Yeah, really, she's not doing much, but she's overanalyzing everything. She's thinking about the fact that there's so many people crowded in here. How if there was an actual outbreak of something, how hard it would be to actually help people. So that's where her mind's going. She's like, "Wow, it's like crowded. Like if something broke out, and there's like really nothing to prevent a big breakout in a casino. Casinos are horrible places, and she vows never to go to a casino again."
Hypochondriac doctor. All right. So you guys are hanging out in your Domjot fort when all heck breaks loose. There is a series of big explosions around the main entrance to the casino, and followed by volleys of disruptor fire, and then multiple maintenance hatches and Jeffrey's tubes pop open as soon as that happens. And all manner of people roll out and just start firing indiscriminately into the crowd. Of course, everyone starts returning fire, and the attackers are heavily outnumbered, but they do have the element of surprise. Now, you are not having to deal with the rush at the main gate and the majority of the people because they are on the main floor because you're up on the second floor overlooking. However, some of the people have repelled in from the roof, and there's a couple coming in from maintenance hatches behind you. And they immediately set to attacking the Domjot fort.
A fort!
You do see 3 Lethians, a couple of Nausigans. Maybe I better write this down so I don't. Okay, and 4 Orions. And they are alternately armed with each one of them, except for the Lethians, have some kind of stabbing implement. Of all of them, the 2 Nausigans have disruptor pistols. The Lethians also have pistols. And all the Orions have disruptor rifles. Okay?
Yuck.
Now, because you are in the Domjot fort, I'm picturing that on one side is kind of the balcony that overlooks the main area of the casino, and you have kind of piled tables and chairs and Domjot tables and stuff in a semicircle around you, and you have Caesara kind of inside there. This can be used as cover as you fight over it, and they have to make up a distance to get to you. They'll start out at a long range from you, but they will obviously be moving in to attack. Who would like to start combat?
Captain?
Well,
You are heavily outnumbered. You do have the advantage of cover.
so we want to order everyone to defend the position.
Okay.
And to, react appropriately and, try not to kill anyone.
All right. Everyone's phasers are set to stun.
Who do you want to go first?
Let's have Xandra go first.
Okay.
Okay, so Xandra immediately whirls around, points her Type 2 phaser over the wreckage that you've set up, and away we go. Who are you going to shoot at first? Nausigans, Lethians, Orions, oh my.
Who had the disruptor rifles, the big bad ones?
The Orions.
Probably, yeah, probably them then.
Okay.
Okay, and it's insight and security. What was it?
No,
Control plus security.
Control, right.
Yeah.
There we go. Control and security.
Are you going to aim?
Oh, not this time. I'm just shooting.
Not necessary. You've got him.
All right.
Right
so you
between the
did
eyes.
hit the Orion. That's 3 challenge dice, and the phaser doesn't have a quality that applies.
Lame.
Woo.
So that's 1, 2 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, so the phaser fires off at one of the Orions, who gets hit for 2 points of stress. Next up is, I'll start from the Nausigans and work my way down. The 2 Nausigans, the first Nausigan is going to make a sprint action to run straight at your Domjot fort.
Not very nice. We built this fort. You better not kick it down like a snow fort.
That would be bad.
It'd be sad. And we would cry.
Don't cry in combat. The Nausigans won't respect you.
Mm.
Xandra would not cry.
Fitness plus security. All right, that's 2 successes. Definitely the Nausigan is able to run, and they're right on top of the Domjot fort. And since they're giant 7-foot-tall creatures, and this one is holding a huge, wicked-looking blade, kind of a huge, heavy sword, but the handle is in the middle, and the blade is curved on either side, and comes screaming up to the wall that you've constructed. He immediately keys in, as he does on Caesara.
Not very nice.
Who's next?
Who do you want, Captain?
Marcus. Well, Marcus, why don't you go next? You're killer number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
They didn't die.
They did not die. So we've got the Nausicaan. He's come right into our fort. He's bearing down on Caesara, right?
Yeah, he's just on the other side of the wall.
He's peeking over.
So, with a movement action, he can probably scale that wall, but he's also big enough so that he could just stab over it at this point.
Okay. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to fire up into his face.
Okay, right in the bacon.
If you take the prepare action, so one of the effects of our phasers is charge,
Okay.
you can apply area, vicious. You can apply the vicious 1 effect to the phaser itself.
Oh, can you? That's amazing.
Oh,
charge.
okay.
Yeah.
It also
So-
allows you to apply area, and let's see what else. You just
Yeah.
need to take the prepare minor action.
So yeah, the weapon has an adaptable energy supply, allowing its potency to be scaled to various levels. If the character performs a prepare minor action before attacking with this weapon, they may add one of the following damage effects to the attack: area, intense, piercing, or piercing 2, or vicious 1. You need
Okay.
to choose the effect, though.
All right. I will do the prep, and I will pick. I'm going to pick penetrate.
You mean piercing?
Piercing.
They
Yeah, that's the
don't-
one.
I don't think they have
What?
resistance to pierce.
Okay. Then we'll do the vicious one, I guess.
Vicious, okay? Viciously firing your Type 2 phaser right in the Nausicaan's bacon.
Yep. Control plus
It's going to be
security.
fried bacon.
Yeah.
That is 2 successes. That does hit.
Mhm.
Now it is a matter of rolling 3 challenge dice. You have the vicious effect, which you get
That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. So you step back as the Nausicaan runs up, and you just fire right at him. He gets hit in the face, and he just falls down on his back. He is still breathing, but he's badly injured. 1 Nausicaan down.
Oh.
And Vanessa's now the count. All right, the next Nausicaan is going to take the same sprint action because they are not known for their sprites, and goes running up into basically the same position. So as soon as the one Nausicaan drops down, the other one's running up. This one has a big 2-handed axe-like bladed weapon. And runs up and is pulling back for a big haymaker swing. Who's next?
You can go. So that prepare minor action.
Okay.
Super important. And right now are our foes grouped in such a way that an area attack would be useful?
Oh, that's a great question. They're in 2 separate groups. One group has a single Orion and 3 Lethians, and the other group has 3 Orions in it. And both of those are bunches, but they're kind of separate from each other. Nausicaans doing what they do best, being shock troops.
Okay. So let's aim for the group with the. I'd like to aim for the group with the Nausicaans.
With the Lethians, you mean?
With the Lethians.
Okay. Before
So-
you do that, I just want to have you roll an insight plus command test as you take aim on the Nausicaan. He's charging up, or on the Lethians. Charging up, you point.
Insight plus command.
Yes, please. Oh, perfect. You do recognize, just as you're pulling the trigger, that these Lethians are wearing the same type of clothing as you saw amongst the Lethian colonists that you had helped earlier. Now you have the area effect on.
So what that means is the attack attacks a wire, and it can affect several targets at once. The attack automatically affects any character within reach of the initial target, and then 1 additional target within close range of the initial target for each effect rolled.
Okay.
However, if 1 or more complications is rolled when using an area attack, the game master may choose to use complications to have an ally in the area affected, or ally be hit.
Okay. Great. So you kind of jump up, aim at them, make that realization, and fire.
So control plus security.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That does hit. So now you need to roll your 3 challenge dice. So at least 2 of them have been hit, and for every effect you roll, another one will be hit.
That's a D6.
That's
Yep.
3d6 is your challenge dice. Okay, so that is 3 points of damage, and 3 of them have been hit.
So if you spend 2 points of momentum, you can knock all 3 out at once.
I think that's worth doing.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 points of momentum. So that drops you down to 4 momentum, and 3 of them drop down. It's the 3 Lethians that was kind of in front of the Orion, and they immediately drop. Do one of you literally playing on the street right now?
That's some pretty good Wi-Fi.
The Orions just drove in a pickup. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Orions are driving a pickup. That's correct.
All right, so 1, 2, 3 Lethians down. Okay. Jumped up and shot some innocent Lethians, and then...
Stunned them.
Yes, you did stun them. They are stunned. But you still shot them. Next up is was going to be the Lethian, but instead it's going to be the Orion that was with the Lethian. And he is going to make a minor action to drop prone, and then he's going to fire at the captain. Captain, I'm going to spend 3 threat to add extra dice.
That's not very nice.
I just have a lot of threat right now.
Spend it up. On the captain and not me. That's not a very good first officer thing, actually.
No, it's a horrible first officer thing.
That
I
is
like
a
that 20 there.
complication.
Yeah.
But that is also a hit. Okay, so what I'm going to say is that he grazes the Nausicaan as he hits you. So that is 4 challenge dice.
How many cover dice do we get?
You get 3 cover dice.
So now you roll 3d6. That's a lot of
3,
damage,
4,
so please
5,
roll well.
6, 7 points of damage for the captain. You
That
get
should be 8, unfortunately.
Yeah.
2,
Why do you have to
4,
correct him?
6, 7. Oh, yeah.
Because it goes both ways.
That's 8 points of stress damage. You get 3 challenge dice worth of cover.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 points of cover taken off that 8. So that means you take 3 stress.
Whew.
That could have been bad. I'm glad that...
You were pretty
Good
good.
dumb jot table.
Yeah. You rolled that well, sir.
Yeah, you very nearly was taken out by the Orion. So that Orion drops prone, fires, basically doesn't even hit you. What he does is he hits, it kind of goes past the Nausicaan and grazes him as it goes by, and it hits the top of a Domjot table. And it's kind of like this ceramic that superheats, and that explodes and kind of comes at your face. There's like little cuts and kind of some burns, but you weren't actually directly hit with disruptor beam. Next up, I guess, Kirid or Dr. Bassa?
I can go. So Kirid is going to grab the spanner, leap up, and try and baseball bat the Nausicaan in the brain.
Okay, hitting the Nausicaan in the
Cesara.
brain.
Yeah. To essentially put himself between the Nausicaan and her.
And Cesara, okay. I
So
want
to
to
do
picture
that-
this. It doesn't make a difference for the game mechanic, but just with your cybernetic legs, I want to picture that you, since he's so much taller than you, that you kind of step up and then just leap into the air.
Yes, that's
And then
yeah.
just swing around to nail him in the
Yeah.
brain.
All right, let's see if I can actually hit him though, because that would make it far more epic.
Do it. You can do it.
I'm hoping
You
so.
want to add a dice? Or you want to save
No,
it?
because I'd like to add a dice on the backside if I can get a hit,
All right.
or add damage.
Oh, that's good.
3 successes.
Yeah.
All right, so the Nausicaan now gets to roll to defend himself. With 2 successes, you win, and you can roll brain damage.
And
Wait.
do I get 2 momentum to add? Do I get 2 momentum to add to that?
Are you asking me?
I thought I did. No, as in like, did
From
I
that
earn 2
roll, he
momentum from that roll?
Oh,
That was-
yes,
sorry,
you
that
do
was my
earn 2
question.
momentum for that roll.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so here
Yeah.
is the damage.
So
That is 2
3
points of
No,
2 points of damage with knockdown, but I'm going to add 3 momentum to that to make it 5 damage and an injury.
Okay, that puts you down to 3 momentum. So you jump up and just smash right in the brain of the Nausicaan, who flies back and over a table and lands with a sickening thud, completely knocked unconscious.
Non-lethal weapon!
Well,
Gave him a concussion.
all right. Next up is going to be another one of the Orions who is going to take a pot shot at Kirid while he's jumping in the air and knocking the Nausicaan down. A disruptor rifle will blare. There.
It
Ooh,
blares
I
all
like
right.
that roll.
Yep.
Actually, as the Nausicaan lands, he was so surprised by that, he hits the Nausicaan and disintegrates the Nausicaan.
Oh,
Didn't do
awkward.
it. Hands are clean.
All right, Dr. Bassa, you're up.
Dr. Bass is like, oh my goodness, those Orions are awful. I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Okay. I do want to picture that you're pointing the phaser and like closing your eye and looking away a little bit. But in the last second, you can suddenly get a strange sense of calm and add another dice because of a previous host.
Yes, I'd love to do that and be like, yes, I know what's going on.
It's like,
I know exactly.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's exactly right. What's the action I take? Prepare.
Charge,
You
And
can
then-
also it's the prepare minor action,
which has a
but you can
charge
also
effect.
aim
Which
if you'd rather.
Okay. So I'm going to prepare, and then I'm going to. Sorry, I gotta
What?
get on Bassa and not someone else.
Vicious.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm gonna vicious it.
All right.
And which one am I doing rolling for this? Sorry.
Sorry.
What am I rolling?
Roll
Control?
plus security.
Okay, perfect. I'm like, right. I know how to use this thing.
Okay, that is 2 successes.
Sure does.
That certainly hits. Roll your 3 challenge dice for damage. Points of damage. Okay, you have hit the Orion for 3 points of stress. Likely it was just a grazing blow, but it was a hit.
You
Um,
could spend 2 momentum to knock him out.
True.
We'd be down to
Yes.
1,
Yes.
but he'd be out of the fight.
Yes.
Okay.
We want someone out of the fight.
Down to 1 momentum, and another Orion hits the ground as he's stunned by the
Yeah.
Doctor. Doctor took out an Orion!
I can do
Yeah.
things.
All right. Next up is the last two Orions, who are both going to fire. One is going to fire at Dr. Bassa, who just shot for a single success. And
I roll. Okay.
for 1, 2.
You need 2 successes for a hit, Quinn.
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
ranged.
right, because it's ranged.
Yeah.
So that is a miss. That's right.
That's good. I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he fires down. He has also gone prone. The last Orion is going to fire at who hasn't been shot at? Marcus. Why don't we shoot at Marcus? That is only one success, so he goes prone and fires as well. I gotta scratch this nos again off of my list here. So now there are 3 Orions left at the top of the next round. At the beginning of this round, 2 more Nausigans.
Oh.
And 1 more Orion appear on the scene, coming out from the back.
Back? Who picked this spot? This is horrible.
Well,
I don't know,
mean,
I look down and
behind
what's
you
going
on the
on
second
underneath.
level, there's like a full-pitched,
Worse.
full-scale battle going on, and you're dealing with the little pockets of dribs and drabs. And
I mean,
doing
like, there's so
quite
many,
well.
there's so many entrances into this place. Who picked this as a fort?
That's fair.
We'll take this up later.
Well, there's probably not too many big rooms on a space station where there aren't multiple access hatches and shit to get into. All right, so top of the round, up, I think Xandra, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sandra's up. She's gonna shoot at one of the Orions. Why can't I remember anything?
Control plus security.
Why, like,
Just
Whew.
as an FYI,
Mhm.
the difficulty to hit prone people is increased by 1 from medium or further range. At close ranged, we get bonus momentum if you hit. But just as an FYI.
So it's gonna be harder to hit.
Yeah, so it'll take 3 successes to hit rather than...
Okay, well, I'll probably shoot at what's easier to hit, right? The other people just coming in.
Okay.
So I'll aim for the Orion that just came in.
All right.
Okay.
1 success.
Doesn't
That
hit.
is a miss. Okay. Now let's start with the prone Orion, number 1. And he is going to fire at Xandra. That is 2 successes.
That's 2 successes?
Natural
Yeah,
1.
the one.
Natural 1 is 2 successes.
Natural
All
one.
right. Yeah.
Onesies.
So gets hit, and since he's running a disruptor rifle, that's 4 challenge dice. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So 6 stress going to Xandra. Xandra is
Do I
Cover
get
dice.
cover?
Cover dice.
Okay,
3
cover.
cover
Cover
dice.
dice.
Okay, yeah, I'm cover dicing. I have 3 cover dice. Roll well, roll well.
1, 2, 3 points. So you get 3 points of stress on Xandra.
Okay.
This is another situation where something near you gets hit and it kind of explodes onto you as you're ducking behind the Domjot tables for cover. You need to realize just how powerful these energy weapons are. When they're hitting things, pings are exploding, small fires are starting, all kinds of stuff. There's just no inertia behind them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is, after Xandra, I think was
Me.
Marcus.
Yep. We're shooting the guy who shot Xandra.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 threat to increase your complication range. I can't really tell that. Well, can I? Yeah. That is a complication.
Ha!
So 1 success, which misses, plus a complication. You have 1 momentum left.
Do you guys use it? What say you?
Yes, we don't want any more complications.
Why
Captain?
not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you are out of momentum. So you jump up and fire to return fire on the person that shot at Xandra. The second Orion moves or is sitting prone and fires. These Orions, you can tell, are hardened fighters. So they're holding back. They're quite disciplined. They hit prone and they're just firing. And this one's going to fire at Marcus. With 1 success, so that does not hit. Okay. Next up is the captain, I think. Now,
Yeah,
Captain,
I think you're right.
I would like you to make an insight plus science check.
Okay. Insight plus science.
Excellent. You got a success, which was a difficulty 1. You notice that all of the attackers that are coming at you are wearing big, heavy metal boots.
Okay. Do I know the significance of that?
Not unless you take your task to try to suss that out.
I feel like we can ponder the metal boots once, they're not trying to kill us.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And there goes the captain.
Oh, good. That's not just me.
Oh, I thought he was just pausing for dramatic effect.
Same. He looks
Yeah.
very still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Vanessa, while we're at it, can you get my daughter to come up here and take my dishes away and fill up my drink? That'd be lovely. That's a hell of a pause for dramatic effect.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. So I've started playing another round of XCOM 2. I really love that game.
Nice. Have you gotten through it all the way?
I'm back.
Yeah, twice.
Awesome. Have you downloaded the Long War mod? Because I would highly recommend it.
I haven't downloaded any mods. I downloaded, or wait,
Oh,
I
he's not
downloaded
frozen anymore.
I'm back.
some of the. Oh, hi, Michael.
He was moving.
Like,
He was
all
very
of you
still
are
for that
frozen.
part too. I was like, "Is he frozen again already?" But he wasn't. He's just
Hi,
super
Captain.
sneaky.
So
Hello.
you're going to ponder the boots later, then pause for dramatic effect, and
Are there 2 or more of these assailants grouped anywhere?
the two Nausigans are grouped together.
Okay, and they're prone. The one's prone, correct?
No, the Nausigans are not prone.
Oh, the
Nausicaans don't go prone. Just as a general rule.
So I'd like to take the prepare minor action.
Okay.
With the intent of using an area attack on the 2 Nausicaans.
Okay.
Okay. And that is control plus security.
That's right. That is one success and thus a miss.
Oh, well.
And he disappears right when his turn is done.
Well, he's got stuff to do. He's the captain.
Just thinking about these boots.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do.
That's not good, because one of these days,
No.
these boots are going to walk right over him.
That's true. All right, next up is the third Orion that is prone, who's going to fire at the captain. Yeah. Now, I'll state for the record that I am going to spend momentum if I do hit you to get an additional effect.
Threat, yeah.
Or spend threat. But they miss.
It's good.
All right, so another disruptor blast fires into your cover or over your head. There's still explosions and fighting happening down below you. Next, after the captain, is Kirid Hex.
All right, so Kirid is going to pull out his phaser and take aim at the Nausicaans. He is going to do the same thing as the captain and attempt an area attack on them.
Okay.
Oops. So, will his await or combat tactics focus apply to the shot?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
3 successes does make it. Roll your challenge die.
Okay, here we go. And we get a point of momentum for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, right.
So what is that?
That's 3 points
2,
of
3.
damage
3
of
points
stress.
of damage.
to the Nausicaans. I also rolled an effect, which means another enemy within the first enemy within close range.
There's no one within close range. So
All right.
they both take 3 points of stress as the blast hits them. I'm going to say that what happens is you fire kind of above them and a light fixture comes down and smashes on their heads. And they just shake it off and tear it open, and they seem very angry about it.
They look very angry about it.
Yeah, Nausicaans just tend to look angry standing still, and yeah, I don't know what a Nausicaan smile looks like, but it probably looks angry. Can we talk about how cool it was to see the Nausicaans in Star Trek Enterprise as pirates? That was great.
Good talk.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just
Yeah.
state this thing for you? Okay.
Well, no one responded, so we'll move on. All right, so that was the third prone person. Now, the first Nausicaan is going to make a sprint action. No, they're not.
He's not a sprinter. He realizes that he's more of a long distance runner.
He
Yeah.
takes off around the other side of
Well,
it.
he tries to run, and he gets caught up. His feet get caught up in the light fixture, and he falls flat on his face.
Woo!
And so that's the end of his turn. He's quite livid about the whole thing.
He's prone, though, so he's,
Yeah, not by choice.
Yeah.
All right, next up after Kirid is Dr. Bassa.
She's gonna take aim at the other Nausicaan that's standing there. So, wow.
Michael, like,
Looks like-
seriously.
I don't know what is happening over there, but I've never been to Michael's place, but right now I'm picturing his window is literally half a meter from the edge of the road.
That's correct. It is.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe closer to 2, but
Awesome. All right, so she's gonna take aim at the Nausicaan. She's gonna do. Well, the other Nausicaan's by there, so maybe I should do the focus and do that area effect thing.
And do that.
Let's do that. All right, go, 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 go. Oh
no.
oh.
2 complications.
Oh.
2.
Oh no. We can't cancel that out.
No. Mm-mm.
You can cancel 1 complication if you choose. That what you choose right now.
Captain?
I'd save the momentum. There's going to be a complication anyway. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
You might as well have
let's-
it be an
let's
extra
say
big
that-
complication.
Yeah, just the super complication.
Go big or go
yes.
home.
When I complicate things, I complicate them well.
All right. For 2 complications and our bonus prize, the end at this
Is it a
point.
cookie?
What's that?
Is it a cookie?
Not a cookie.
I'd like one.
about a
What
lollipop?
happens is, let me see. What happens at this moment is that the gravimetric deck plating turns off.
I knew it.
wow.
That's what the metal boots are for.
And
Yep.
each of you are now weightless. This is going to increase the difficulty of tasks significantly. All right?
So is there no gravity?
There is no gravity.
He said weightless.
I said weightless. I'm assuming these metal boots are magnet boots.
Basically.
Okay.
All right. So, Nausicaan 2 is going to take a sprint action to come at y'all.
But we're in the air. Like we just don't care.
No,
They
we don't.
get 1 success and a complication. So they do make it to the edge, but once they get there, they kind of slip on some debris, and they twist and kind of they forget and try to jump over it, and then they go weightless for a second. They're kind of like hovering over the wall as they're clasping at you folks as they slowly drift in for attack. Like a fighter attack zeppelin. After that, Nausicaan, the last Orion that just arrived goes prone and dives behind a table for cover.
Being prone in weightless when everything but your feet would be difficult.
Yeah, I agree.
The boots keep them connected to the ground. It's just a matter of
Magic boots.
Technically, okay.
demonstrated. Wouldn't work very well since you can only see my head. But it's easy to squat down if you keep your feet on the ground.
That's fair.
That's true.
So, yeah, dives behind and then spends that round diving behind, getting cover, and going prone.
Does any of them realize they have bad knees and they can't do that?
No. Sadly. Next up is the top of the 3rd round, and this is Sandra time.
Yeah, this is tough.
Now, Xandra
It's floating.
was firing, but then has now become weightless, and she's slowly lifting off the ground. So she can take a minor action to grip onto something and pull herself down to the ground, which is going to mitigate it, but that means she can't make another minor action. What's Xandra gonna do? You do have the Nausicaan fighter attack Zeppelin slowly
Right there.
drifting in
Yeah,
for the
I'd
hill.
probably just shoot at the Zeppelin first.
So you're
and
just
then
gonna
try
let
and-
yourself float up and just fire. Okay?
Yeah.
Now you are in close range. There's something about that. Okay.
Is it that it's awesome?
This is
I'm
non-opposed.
pretty sure it's awesome.
So the difficulty is increased by +1 if the enemy is in reach of the attacker. So I probably should have increased that earlier with another Nausicaan, but Test Levi. So that is a difficulty 5 shot.
Ooh.
Why 5?
Because it is a 2 to hit, +2 for being completely weightless and not anchored to anything, and an additional 1 because they're within reach of you.
It's impossible to hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and kick off the Nausicaan and secure myself. So I'm gonna try and secure myself, but do it in a cool way.
Okay?
Yeah, could you launch the Nausicaan straight up?
That would be an attack.
Because in theory, if you
if I
like
push him
kicked
away.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's weightless, he's got a melee weapon. I mean,
Yeah. I'll try that. I'll try a nudge.
Okay?
Try and nudge him into the air.
So that would be kind of a push,
Push, yeah.
right? So we're going to have to resolve that the same way as an attack. But instead of doing damage, if you are successful, I'll have the effect being that he floats straight up to the roof.
Okay.
and as a minor action, kind of goes along with that. She's pushing against something higher than her. Will that push her down below cover?
Well, I can have the minor action be that. Have the minor action being that she's anchoring herself and then
Yeah, I'm trying to grab
on
myself and then kicking up, right?
It. Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
I think
basically
you should just kick up
donkey
and
kicking.
use that to push you down.
I'm donkey kicking the Zeppelin. That's what I'm doing.
Do it. Do it.
Mhm.
So
That sounds cool.
for
Xander
donkey
just
kicking
drops
the
down
Zeppelin.
and kicks up.
Okay, so fitness maybe?
Daring
Daring?
plus security.
No, not fitness. I'm so fit though.
But how daring are you?
Well, not as daring as I am fit. Yeah. Group ship tactics. It's a Zeppelin. No?
Could you say that again?
Group ship tactics. It's a Zeppelin. No.
2 successes. So that does. It is an opposed.
It's a different thing. Yeah.
2 successes, but you do get a increases in difficulty, so that'll count as a single success. But the same applies to this person. They get 2. Yeah, there's no way. You totally do that. So you grab a hold of something, kick up, and push the Nausicaan straight into the air, and they go spinning until they bang hit into the roof.
Nice. Way to go, Xandra. Donkey
Now
kick
it's gone.
away.
I will say that from behind you, you're probably seeing a whole bunch of Orions floating into the air as they're still trying to fight or flailing around. All kinds of badness is happening.
This would be hilarious to watch.
You right?
Except for the
Yeah.
indiscriminate murder and death.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
The most
Now who's the
hilarious
bloodthirsty
death and
one?
murder I've ever seen.
All right. I should probably mention that there is an additional Nausicaan and one more Orion that has arrived.
Why? Why? How do they have so many boots?
They were prepared.
I feel like those Nausicaan boots would be very expensive.
Now, I will say that the deck plating issue is putting this entire place at a major disadvantage against the attackers.
Yes.
And so that could be something you want to address. I'll just throw that
Science
out there.
setup.
And after Xandra, the first prone Orion is going to fire at Xandra. Only a single success, so does not do it, and fires into the cover, which kind of explodes a little bit. Next up is Marcus Barton, who's slowly floating into space.
All right.
Or into the air.
Into the air, yeah. Space would be bad.
Now you can use a minor action to anchor yourself, which will reduce the penalty you take from 2 to 1.
Okay. Is there a way... I'm in a casino.
Yeah, like, because we're not going to shoot our way out of this situation.
No,
There's
we
too
need
many people and we can't hit functionally.
And yeah. Either we put the grav plating back on, or we run out.
But we can't run.
We can't run.
We can push ourselves out. So, any creative solutions to this problem?
We could get Othrys in here.
That is a solution to this problem. I'm not sure if I would call it creative.
Yeah.
As you folks seem to throw Othrys at every problem.
I think we need to resolve the gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. I think that's going to be my... Is there a panel somewhere nearby?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Absolutely. If you spend a single point of momentum, I'll allow there to be an access panel right by you within your Domjot fort that you can access.
Sweet.
Do we have a point of momentum?
You have a single point.
Perfect.
Do we want to use that, people?
Yes.
Okay.
So this will be...
Let's use...
No, we'd rather be on the other side of the casino. Where
Let's save it. Who knows when we'll need it?
I think this might be a time we need it. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
That's so good.
I like how kind you are in asking, though.
Very polite.
So
it's not just my momentum, it's your momentum.
See this, you can anchor yourself with one hand, reach down and throw open the panel. The panel just spins off into the air, and immediately you can rush in and start trying to reinitialize the deck plating. You can see that it's just been fritzed out with some kind of a pulse, so it just needs to be reinitialized, and if it's reinitialized, it'll just re-engage, and it would have to be taken out completely separately.
Okay. What would be the difficulty?
So this is going to be a difficulty 2 task because it's creating an advantage. With you anchored, because you're still kind of floating in space, it increases the difficulty by 1. It's difficulty 3 task, and this will be a reason plus engineering test.
I'm going to use my determination to do this task.
Okay, that's an automatic
Nice.
2 successes.
Nice.
You can still roll this off to get momentum.
Okay.
Or will you still need 1 more success, actually?
Right.
All right. This wouldn't happen to be a Helms console, would it?
No.
Damn.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's worth
Worth a shot.
Always worth an ask.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 2 successes, which gives you back a single point of momentum. And it goes bleep, 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 bleep. And it starts to reinitialize. Now, I'm going to say that it's going to take till the end of this round to reinitialize.
So we're slowly.
No, it'll come on all at once at the end of this round.
But no,
the guy on the roof.
I know, just make sure you're not under him.
Oh, that's gonna
Belly
be awesome.
flop.
It's raining Nausigans. Hallelujah.
Ugh.
trust me, I thought of that as you're doing it. I was just like, oh man, that poor Nossigan.
No, he's going to move this round. I know it.
Well, here's what's going to happen is after you reach over, grab that panel, and start reinitialize the grav plating, the second prone Orion is going to fire. Since you're crouched down working, he's going to fire at somebody else. Why doesn't he fire at the captain? We'll do that. I'm going to fire at the captain, and I'm going to increase my dice with free threat. Add 2 additional dice. That brings down threat down to 5. That is 4 successes. That definitely hits. Now let's talk about damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
8? Oh, yeah. 8 points of damage. Didn't we get exactly that last time?
Exactly that, yeah.
Well, roll your cover dice, Captain.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I don't have it out for the captain.
Nope, you absolutely do.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points of dice, so you take 4 stress. Captain.
Just stayed up.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, you do get, this is another blast. This blast kind of hits the floor and a panel opens up and there's an electrical discharge that burns your leg quite badly. And as you try to kind of push back, but you can't do it effectively because you're, floating. Next up after this is the captain, actually.
Okay. Is the captain able to thinking attempt to recover task?
Recover task. Yes.
Good plan.
Now, how does that
Well,
work?
we don't have any momentum for you to spend it in increase your or take off stress. What you can do is wait until you've avoided an injury and then take that action.
Okay.
If we had momentum, it'd be a different thing, but we are fresh out.
Difficulty 2, fitness plus command task, but it's reduced to 1 because you're undercover. Success means you gain 1 additional resistance for each effect rolled on the cover dice, and regains their ability to avoid an injury. Don't really have that. Further, the character may gain 2 stress per momentum spent. You have 1 point of momentum, so
Let's leave that. With the leadership task, although Xandra has already taken her turn, could leadership grant her another turn this round?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This does mean that you continue to float, making yourself a prime target. Oh, wait, you can take the leadership task and make a minor action. So you could grab a hold of something and pull yourself down below the cover and still yell, Xandra, shoot at that guy!
Well, right now there's quite a bit of difficulty in actually hitting anyone, so maybe it would be better to wait until the next
Yeah, she's
round.
kind of holding on. She just finished donkey kicking.
Yeah. Okay.
Taking
the donkey kicking task.
You know what? It's a pretty good task. I once was a friend tried to teach me how to cartwheel, and she's like, yeah, like I was in high school. She's like, just like put your hands down and donkey kick up. And I kicked her in the face and I gave her a concussion. I don't cartwheel.
You taught her not to try and teach you things.
Yeah. Donkey kicks are dangerous.
The captain is going to use the guard action to grab onto one of these tables and pull himself down into a more defensible position.
Okay.
Which is
Okay. So you anchor yourself and then use the guard. This is a fitness plus security task.
Okay. Fitness plus security. Oh.
That is no successes. It is technically a difficulty 0 task, so you can be successful, but there is a complication. You have 1 point of momentum left. Would you like to remove that complication?
What do we think? Yeah. I'm inclined to.
Yeah. You've been hit a few times. I don't think you floating in the air is good
Where
stuff.
I need to be.
No.
That's sad, because I had this concept, like this picture in my head of you pushing down and accidentally like bouncing backwards over the balcony and hanging over the main
And
battlefield.
then the gravity came back on.
Well, somebody'd
That
have
would
to
be
save
funny.
him, right?
Nah.
Nah.
He'll be fine. Him
Captain-
and the Nossigan just kaboom! All right, after the captain is, let's see, prone Orion number 3. So prone Orion number 3 is going to shoot at Kirid. Prone Orion number 3 is going to use only 2 dice, but will spend dice for an effect afterwards. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Those are d6s.
That's cheating, man.
Yeah.
I mean, those are 3 successes. 1 and a 6 is 3 successes, so that's pretty good. No successes.
Yes.
All right. After that is Kirid, I think.
Yes. Oh boy, this is just a messed up situation that we're in. Okay, so thinking outside the box here, gravity's going to come on a little bit. Would it be possible for me to get one of these heavy Domjot tables and kick myself off against it in such a way that it can move over where they are to drop on them?
That's
Donkey kick a table.
interesting.
Donkey kick a table.
It'll move slowly.
I will allow it as a create advantage action. The difficulty of such an action, though, is going to be a difficulty 3 plus whatever your weightlessness penalty is.
Okay. So in other words, that's not happening.
Well, if you anchor yourself, it's a difficulty 4.
Wait. Yeah, that's still not happening. So, let's see.
I don't hate the idea, but I just feel like physics of that make it trickier than shooting.
No,
Shooting's
absolutely.
too.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It's a long shot. So instead, since I can't really go prone, I guess I'll guard myself, I guess.
Okay. Are you going to anchor with your
Yeah,
minor
anchor
action?
and guard. Anchor and guard.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially just trying to pull himself under a table and
Okay.
make himself invisible.
Fitness plus security task.
All right. Combat. Focus
Sure.
for this. I mean, it's very often I'm weightless and trying to protect myself with dom shot tables.
Hey, 0G combat would be an applicable focus. That is a single success on a difficulty 0, so you get 1 momentum for your effort.
Woo!
All right.
I'll take it.
Next up is the Nossigan that fell on his face. He is going to stand and then make a sprint action.
Don't they know they can't sprint?
That is a successful sprint action, and he runs right up to the debris that was your Domjot fort that is starting to slowly float up, and he's right on top of where y'all are. Next up after the Nausicaan is Dr. Bassa Edom.
I think I'm going to do the good old grab and guard thing, too. Makes sense.
All right, that is a fitness plus security test.
Of course, nanotechnology helps. Very specific skills.
That is a
Hooray!
success, and that means that you gain one additional momentum. You're up to 2, and you're in a guard position. Next after you is the Nausicaan floating up near the roof, who pulls a disruptor pistol and is going to try to fire down at you while bellowing in impotent rage. This is going to be a 4 difficulty task, so without 2 natural ones, this is not likely to be successful. 2 2s!
So close.
So close.
So close.
So he fires down and it hits the balcony railing behind you, which kind of explodes into rubble. So that was pretty close, actually. Not bad.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Yeah.
The bellowing helped, I think.
Now the next Orion is the Orion. He is going to use his move action to dive under cover, and then he's going to shoot. That is 3 successes, and he's going to shoot at Marcus, I think. So let's see. That is 4 challenge dice on his disruptor rifle. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 4? Okay. 4 points of damage. I'm going to spend 3 points of threat. Wait. Me. You know what? I'm going to actually spend 2 points of threat, bringing me down to 4, to ignore resistance. That means you get no cover dice.
Okay.
So that means that you get hit for 4 stress.
4 stress.
How stressed are you? 4.
2, 3.
I'm full stressed.
That's what I'm going to tell people at work tomorrow. How are you feeling? I'm 4 stressed. 4.
Okay.
Yep.
The next Nausicaan is
4
going
out
to
of
do
13.
a sprint action, which he successfully does, because it's a difficulty 0 task, and he rolled no successes. That's exactly what he needed. And he runs up to your area as well, ready to start bashing and smashing. Then finally, the final Orion is going to shoot at Xandra with a single success and does not hit.
Good.
Okay. I am going to award myself 15 threat. Just because fuck you guys.
What do we do?
Just because you made my scary Nausicaans look super foolish today.
It's not our fault that they were foolish.
Yeah.
They have no one to blame but
Technically,
themselves.
most of their misfortunes were of their own doing.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
So you made your Nausicaans look foolish, so give us momentum.
the first 2 Nausicaans, technically.
Okay, we did smash them to bits. That's fair.
An escape without a scratch, yes.
Yes.
All right. Next is the top of the round. So the first thing that happens
Gravity!
Gravity kicks back on. This is going to cause the Nausicaan that's on the roof to crash down with a 4 challenge dice vicious 1 effect on damage. 3 points of damage. He comes bumbling down and smashes onto a couch.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
3 points of Nausicaan damage.
That couch just took it.
Yeah, the couch is probably smashed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Was
why he
this
only
the
took
same-
3.
Was this the same Nausicaan who I shot? I shot 2 Nausicans.
Yeah, so you have shot this Nausicaan in the past.
Okay.
And he was donkey kicked.
He got
He was
donkey.
shot, donkey kicked, and fell onto a couch. This is not his day.
No. Scary Nausicaans. They're so scary, you guys. They're big and angry and 7 feet tall
I am
and
scared.
Yep.
muscular and don't care about self-preservation and love pain and guys
And we're just giving them what they want.
lots of pain. Lots and lots of pain. All right, next up is Xandra Thorsdaughter.
All right. Before Xandra takes her turn, Marcus is going to shout, "Captain, we can't stay here!"
That's
Why?
We're gonna lose this fight. We're soon to be overwhelmed.
Okay, so fighting retreat.
Yeah, can we kind of plot a way out of here?
So you have a couple of options.
Okay.
Okay.
You can charge the people that are attacking you over the open ground to
Ye-
get at the
Good plan.
places where they came out of.
Okay.
Or you can go down on the main floor and try to get out the front entrance where the pitched firefight is.
That sounds more dangerous.
Both these sound like terrible ideas.
Yeah.
What about that closet you were mentioning? Could we just hole up in there, just close the doors, and they'll be like, "There's nobody in here"?
Yeah, you have to get past these folks to get to it.
Convenient.
Right? Your back is to the balcony overlooking the main floor. Right?
So we're kind of trapped.
It's a very good defensive position. Those cover dice have saved your asses many times so far.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of place to go. Now, what I'm not saying is that you can't do those things, but they seem challenging, both of them, in different ways.
Yeah.
Because I'm just seeing. We've got what? How many Orions now? 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Orions and 3 Nausicaans.
Because 5 Orions prone in cover, firing at us. They're not the greatest of shots, but there's only a couple of us that are the greatest of shots, and that's.
I mean, you can
yeah.
also drop prone and make their lives a lot more difficult.
It's tough to do when you have 3 Nausicaans in melee range.
Well, the one Nausicaan is not in melee range. He's on a couch. To be fair.
I'm gonna take this back to my loft after this fight.
This is a good couch.
This good couch.
You know what? I'm taking this couch.
Okay, question. I know this can happen in Star Trek universe, but could Xandra set her phaser to overload and use it like a grenade?
You have a disruptor.
Can I set my disruptor like that and use it like a grenade?
Absolutely. So that would take your entire task to set that up this round, and you could
Throw it next round.
throw it next round.
That's what she's going to do.
That was going to be my idea. Great minds. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna stay put for now, and
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to get more out before we can run.
Can
I would be-
Cesara shoot? Because she's just cowering right now, and that's really not helpful.
do you want to give her a phaser? Like, really?
You don't
Yeah.
have
This
an extra
point-
phaser, to be fair.
She knows we're protecting her. I think she's good.
Do we trust her with a phaser? I mean, she could just as well shoot us in the back by accident.
Why
Even
would
with-
she? We're literally protecting her.
She
Yeah, by
has not
accident.
shown herself to be the most capable person in the
I would
world.
be
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be concerned about like a misfire or
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
general incompetence.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I'll just put Marcus in front of her.
first up is Xandra. What is Xandra doing?
I told you she's gonna get one of the disruptors, start setting it so it can overload, and she can toss it next round.
You can take a minor action to go prone, which makes you more difficult to hit while you're doing this.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So Xandra goes prone and starts operating the disruptor. That is going to be a reason plus security, or no, reason plus engineering test.
She's not super good at this. Reason and engineering.
Difficulty 1.
You can do it. I believe in
You
you.
do it, Xandra.
Don't roll a complication.
1 success.
Hooray!
It starts to
Yay.
overload.
Awesome.
All right. It starts to overload. Now is the first prone Nausicaan. Wait, Orion?
Prone Orion.
Prone Orion. That Orion is going to take a shot at... Available. I think Dr. Adam. That is 2 successes.
Rude.
Did Dr. Edom guard herself last turn
She
successfully?
did.
Oh, she
Then the
did.
difficulty is 3.
3. That's a miss.
Yay!
Okay, so that's one attack. Next up is Marcus. You see next to you. Now Xandra has gone prone to protect herself from that disruptor rifle fire, and she starts working on overloading the disruptor. You immediately understand what she's doing, but what she is also doing is placing herself more at risk to melee attacks from the Nausicaans.
Yeah, how close is that Nausicaan?
So there is 2 Nausicaans right at your fortification.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to cover Xandra. I'm going to shoot... What do I want to do?
I don't know. I mean, if you take a minor action to
Hit
charge the
the
weapon, add vicious to it, and try to take out one of the Nausicaans, leave the other one for somebody else to deal with, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's also the area attack, where you can try to hit them both and see if you can possibly take them both out. If you do get a successful hit, that means that you can add momentum to do damage. I will say that the difficulty increases by 1 because they're within range.
Right. But there's also a lot of people in the area that I like.
So don't roll a complication.
Easy as that.
I'm going to charge the phaser and shoot the closest Nausicaan.
What effect are you putting onto the phaser?
Vicious.
Okay. So this is a difficulty 3 task because they're within range. And you do have 2 momentum.
Oh. Okay. Actually, I'm going to change my action. I'm going to ready an action. I'm going to draw my Mek'leth and just stay close to Xandra. If one of the Nausicaans come up to attack, I'm going to get them first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, what are you doing? Sorry.
I'm readying an action. I'm drawing my mechlith. I'm gonna wait for if one of the Nausicaans comes to melee range to attack Xandra, I'm gonna attack him. Keep him busy.
Okay. So you're readying your action to attack the Nausicaan.
Yes.
And if they try to attack Sandra, you are going to shoot that Nausicaan.
Or attack him with the mechlith.
Stab him.
Stab
Quinn,
him with
stab.
the mechlith.
Non-lethally stab.
There's no such thing.
He's
No.
a Nausicaan, not an Orion. Your orders, sir.
Yeah. And yeah. They've
And
yeah.
really, they're trying to kill us. It's not like we're not fighting for our lives. I mean, we're not.
That's right.
Yeah,
I am fighting for Xandra's life.
Okay.
Screw you. And
So
yeah.
so then the second Orion is going to fire. He's going to fire at Kirid. That is a single success, so he misses. Next up is Kirid.
Captain, actually.
Oh, Captain. Captain, mute yourself
Captain Kieran,
when you're not on, because the traffic's super loud.
So the captain is going to really inspire Xandra with his leadership, granting an additional task to character that's under their command.
And so
Nice.
she can throw her disruptor now.
Yes.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good.
So you can throw your disruptor in such a way to take out any two Orions.
The uglier two.
All right, the ugly two.
All right.
All right, so she just jumps up and flings the disruptor at a couple of Orions. They're a fair distance apart, like you couldn't get them with an area attack, but this explosion's going to be large. This is going to be a ranged attack, so it's a control plus security with a difficulty of 2. You have 2 points of momentum. Do you want to spend them? Or spend 1?
Yes.
Okay, that gives you an additional dice.
We'll take it.
It's no Klingon plate throwing, but it's still...
Yeah. Woo!
That is 2 successes. It lands in between them and explodes in a massive explosion, doing 8 challenge dice vicious.
Woo.
But non-lethal, right? I mean, they're not
Oh,
kill
by the
Orions.
way, I get 2 points of threat because you're making a
How many dice did you say?
8
8?
challenge dice.
And on top of that 15 you gave yourself earlier.
That's right. Let's see. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of damage. So you throw that. Boom! Both
Two
of
ugliest
those-
are gone.
The 2 ugliest Orions are taken out of the completely.
Oh, my eyes feel so much better.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So now this is just a huge explosion on the mezzanine level, just kaboom! And these two Orions are severely mangled from disruptor burns. Now, let's see. After the captain, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So the next up is a Nausicaan.
Is it an ugly one?
Or is it a couch Nausicaan?
None of the Nausicaans are super.
Oh, the Nausicaans, right. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Orion uglies.
Oh.
I got rid of.
Yes. So the Nausicaan is going to swing a big bladed weapon down, and is going to try to attack. You know what? 50-50. Xandra or Caesara. 1 to 10 on a d20 is Xandra. Above that is Caesara. Who would like to roll that?
I don't want that responsibility.
Nope.
Captain?
You're muted, bud.
No, he's just very quiet.
Yeah. No, he muted his mic.
Oh, he muted his. Oh. He's muting lots of things. Yeah, we can't hear
Yeah, we can't hear you at all. What did you do?
you. Roll a 20-sided die.
Roll it.
Xandra.
Xandra Thor's daughter.
Which means Marcus goes into action.
Yes, that's the right roll.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, Marcus, you get an opportunity to take this person out first. If not, Xandra does for sure have 2 successes on a hit.
Okay. So,
Captain, no one can hear you. You have to do something.
Daring plus security.
all right. I am.
No.
Oh. Yeah, I think it would be really cool if he used his mek'leth and chopped him.
Okay.
Chop him.
And I have my martial arts focus.
It ain't no plate, but it'll do.
It'll do.
In the next level up, you should change.
That is
Woo!
3 successes. So this is an opposed roll. He rolled 2 successes. So you definitely win that, and you attack him with his mek'leth. I get 2 more points of threat because you're making a lethal attack. And a mek'leth does...
It does 6 challenge dice. And it has a
2
vicious
challenge
1.
dice with the vicious quality.
So vicious. Michael, talk? Talk?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
beauty.
you're good.
Yeah, I'm back. Refresh.
Refresh.
Always works.
1,
Ooh,
2,
wait,
4,
whoa.
3.
Your
Why did you
mek'leth
say-
does 2 challenge dice. Not 6.
Why did I write down 6 then?
I have no idea.
All right.
Typo.
Guess so. All right, we'll do that again.
Yeah. That would be a hell of a mek'leth, though.
Yeah.
A disruptor cannon. No damage.
You're just giving him a
Fudge.
nice close shave.
Yep.
Now he's going to try to attack Xandra with 2 successes. Xandra, you can roll your opposed task.
Pose task.
Right, so this
Just
is a daring plus security with a difficulty 1.
Daring and security.
You need to get 2 successes or 3 successes or better in order to not get hit.
Okay. Let's just try it. Doesn't look good.
2 successes. You definitely do get hit. And he has a 3 challenge dice damage on that for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage to Xandra.
So, is that an injury then, automatically?
Well, it could be, or you could spend a point, or wait,
2 points of
2
momentum.
points of momentum in order to avoid the injury.
Or
add. Sorry?
Or you can add to threat, or you can suffer a complication at the DM's discretion.
Yeah. So I'll allow you to spend the 2 momentum that you have left to avoid the injury. You'll take the stress, though.
And you can't do that for the rest of the combat until you take the was it the rest action or whatever it is? Recovery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd like to use that momentum if I could.
Okay.
She is kind of a big deal in this fight.
So Xandra does get stabbed quite badly.
Nice.
Next up, after the Nos again, is, I think now is Kirid.
Yes. So Kieran is going to seeing the stabbing, leap up and hit him in the brain,
Of course.
as you do.
He needs a proper braining.
He does. It's the only thing that teaches these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, security, daring, 2, combat focus.
3 successes. He's going to
Awesome.
roll against that for 2 successes, so you do hit him in the brain.
And I get 2 points of momentum for that, correct? Difficulty 1 task.
Yes, you do. Yes, thank you. For
Oh,
no damage.
I think I'd like to spend one of the momentum I earned to re-roll damage
Yes.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Helps when we do
that's
damage.
Reroll your
sucks.
damage dice.
there we go.
Yay!
There are
Yay.
3 points
3
of
points of
stress
damage.
and a knockdown.
Mhm.
Okay. So he definitely takes 3 more points of stress, and he's knocked on his buttocks. He drops down back as you jump up. Boom! And that warp spanner has gotten more use
yeah.
Uh-huh.
than anything.
That was the best disarming that ever could have happened. This is coming into battle with me now.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
He's like, this is my lucky warp spanner.
Here it is crap with a ranged weapon, but with a melee weapon, he's really, really good.
All right. Okay, so the next Nausicaan gets up off the couch, so he takes a stand action. And then he shakes his head, and he's going to make a sprint action at y'all. And he does not succeed, but he doesn't need to do anything. This is difficulty 0. And he gets right to the edge of your Domjot fort. Alrighty then. Next up is... I think it's Dr. Bassa.
I believe so.
So there's 1 Nausicaan on his butt and 2 more at the gates.
Well, we got to get rid of one, so the one on his butt, I'm probably going to shoot with my phaser.
Okay, so you just pop up and shoot the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Dr. Bassa is vicious.
Shoot him while he's down.
Well, you know, he keeps getting.
Now,
like,
he is prone, so this decreases your difficulty by 1, so it's a difficulty 2. Because you also increase the difficulty.
Right.
And it's not 100% clear, but it almost seems like for attacking him, she earns 2 momentum. Because under where it says prone, let me see, sorry, I have to find it again. There we go. Attacks, let's see. Attacks gain 2 bonus momentum against this character. It doesn't say successful attacks. And that's I'm unsure about. I mean, just hit him and we won't have this problem, but...
Right.
Jeez, that's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks gain 2 bonus momentum against the character. You know what? I'll say that you earn 2 momentum on that. So you earn 2 momentum, and you get a single success, so that does miss. But you'd also get a complication. Would you like to spend a point of momentum to get rid of that complication?
Yes, I don't need any more complications.
So you guys now have 2 momentum. All right. After Dr. Bassa is another Orion who's going to shoot at Dr. Bassa.
It's not very nice.
Oh my goodness.
Did he just create his own grenade?
2 natural 20s.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going to just rule that he shoots the Nausicaan that just ran up, that was sitting on the couch, and disintegrates him.
Sad story of that Nausicaan.
The sad story of the Nausicaan's final battle. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Next up is the other Nausicaan that's standing at your gates. He is going to...
Does he think that he's being fired on by us people? Does he turn around and be like, hey?
No, he's pretty single-minded
Okay.
in his stuff. Now, he is more confused as to who to stab. So, because Dr. Bassa has popped up kind of in front of him and started shooting at his friend on the ground. So I'm going to say that I'm going to roll a d6. A 1 and 2 is Bassa. 3 and a 4 is Xandra, and 5 and a 6 is Cesara.
He's not worried about the guy who jumps up and brained his friend?
Bassa. Nice. These are not a warrior culture. They're a bully culture. They see weakness and attack.
That's fair.
So he is going to attack Dr. Bassa, and he definitely is. Try that. For a single success. So that is what he needs. Dr. Bassa, you can oppose that roll.
Okay, with
Daring plus security.
daring and security. Okay. Come on, 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Counterattack with that hypo spray.
You can
Right?
counterattack at this point. Would you like to counterattack with the hypo spray?
Yes, I would.
What did I say? Was it 3 challenge dice with the knockdown effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he comes in and he swings, and you just slide to the side, reach up and hit his neck.
This is what I'm better at, right? Like, I'm like, oh, perfect. It's just an unruly patient. I can deal with this.
All right, roll your 3 challenge dice.
All right. Sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3.
3.
3 points of stress on that particular Nausicaan.
He is floored.
And he gets really dizzy and drops to his hands and his knees.
Yep.
And he starts shaking his head, and he's slowly kind of trying to get back to his feet, but you can see that... Oh, and you slowly look down, you like up the dosage for the next one.
Yeah. Just what the doctor ordered.
That is the best counterattack ever.
And followed with a catchphrase. Just what the doctor ordered. All right. Next up is... Next up is the last Orion in the room to not have shot at anybody. And so he's going to shoot at Kirid. Kirid did point out that he was jumping up and hitting.
I've been trying to get you to shoot at me, but you just really haven't.
Well, I just did, but I missed you. And I have been shooting at you, but you have horseshoes shoved up your ass or something, because I cannot hit you life of me.
He's
It
wily.
is plot armor.
The shiny leg gets you all distracted.
Right.
Reflective.
Mhm.
Next up after that is the top of the 4th round, and that brings us to Marcus.
What about
Or
Xandra?
Xandra, sorry.
Andrew.
Xandra has a Nausicaan that's right there that just hurt her.
Mm-hmm. Well, that Nausicaan fell...
That's the one that's hyposprayed and down.
Yeah,
Or-
both the Nausicans that are at
I
the
beat him.
gates
Oh, right.
are on their butts. One's on his hands and knees and has been hyposprayed. Another one got beamed in the brain and is on his butt.
Should I shoot the one on the ground, or is that very not Star Trek?
Well, you're in a very desperate situation right now.
So I'm probably
gonna
gonna
get
shoot the
up.
one on the ground. Yeah, he's gonna come up and get me. So
Okay? So you just need a single success, or no, you need 2 successes to
2,
hit,
yeah.
but you get 2 momentum for the attempt, sounds like.
Sounds like
Mhm.
we're figuring stuff out. Daring security.
No, it is control plus security.
Control security. Why can't I remember anything?
Just like it was the last time.
I know, but
Unless you're going to pistol whip him, that's
I just might. I'm a little frustrated.
All right. 2 successes. That hits. So roll your damage. Now
and we earn 2 momentum.
You do
That's
earn 2
awesome.
momentum. You did not take a minor action to do anything, so it's just straight damage.
What's my phaser? I've been moving everything.
3
back.
challenge dice.
That's what I thought. Okay, good.
That would have been an effect, but is 1 point of damage.
It's all right. It's something. It's something.
It's momentum is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Very valuable resource.
Yeah.
Momentum. Because I've been
Oh,
spending
yes.
it on lots of complications and things.
All right, so you do hit that nos again. Next up is Orion number 1. Orion number 1 is going to fire at... You know what? I'll fire at Kirit again, and I'm going to add 3 spend 3 threat to add 2 dice. And still only get 1 success. What the hell? What the hell?
This guy sucks.
Kirit
It's
cannot
the
be
leg.
killed by a disruptor. That's just... I don't understand. Like, every time I did that to the captain, it was like, 8 damage. Kirit's just like, can't hit me.
The only weapon with which you could damage me is this spanner, and I've got it now.
All right. Next up is Marcus.
All right. We've got the Nausicaan right here. I'm gonna go at him with the Mekla.
Okay, he is prone.
He can make that attack non-lethal. The
Yeah.
Mekhleth is not a deadly weapon. According to the rules. You can call it whatever you want.
Say
But-
there's no non-lethal way to stab a guy.
Okay.
Just lightly
But I mean,
stab
you've
him.
already done the heard the threat, so it really doesn't
Oh,
matter
okay.
at this point.
Yeah. All right.
And pretty much we're at this point where we're like, just stop attacking and trying to kill us. Apparently we have to like do stuff.
Yep. Take
And
him
he's
out.
not an Orion.
That's right.
Only Xandra attacked. That is
Just the ugly ones.
Now he's going to roll his opposition.
What's up with that? Why?
What is happening?
Why am I getting D8s?
Whoa.
D10s everywhere.
Whoa.
The attack of the D10s.
I have no idea what that is. Somebody's
It's like
playing
dropped your
vampire.
dice bag. It's just to me like that. Oh crap! I just dropped my dice bag.
So he did get
Virtually.
2 successes. If we count
Yeah.
the D10s, he got a whole bunch more successes. But he did get 2 successes from the natural
Okay.
1, which means that he is able to counterattack, and he is going to try to stab you. All right, so that is 3 points of damage. 4 points of damage because it's vicious. So that is 4 points of stress on Marcus.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tim's
Okay.
looking very skeptically at his character sheet.
I've got 5 points left.
Ah. So if I did 5 points of damage to you, you'd take 2 injuries and die.
Hmm.
Fun.
Don't do that.
Good to know.
Like that.
Or you could take 2 injuries, avoid one of them, and then be injured.
Yeah.
Also true.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I do like they have the plot armor element of momentum. that you can apply. That's okay. Next up after you, after Orion number 1, is Nossigan number 1. He is going to stand up and continue to stab Marcus. Because Marcus keeps trying to stab him. And it's only fair. Frick! Natural 20. All right.
Do I have to oppose that?
0 successes and a natural 20. This will be fun.
So he stabs himself, right?
There's nothing worth living for.
My couch friend is gone.
I'm going to say he stands up really fast into the top of the ceramic Domjot table, and I'll allow you to do a single challenge dice of damage to him for that.
All right, Marcus. Does this have like the vicious 5 quality?
No, but he did 2 points of damage. He's not looking so hot. All right. Next up after Marcus is the captain.
All right. The captain is going to take the minor action of aiming
Okay.
at one of the remaining Orions.
Okay.
And is going to shoot.
All right.
So, control plus security.
It is 2 successes. That does hit. He's under cover, so he'll get 2 cover dice, but you can roll your 3 challenge dice damage. Oh, wait. He's prone. You miss.
Ow.
He is prone.
Oh,
You need 3 successes to hit. Sorry about that. So you fire and you probably blast on that table.
You can re-roll one of those d20s.
Oh, yes, I can.
Because of aim.
Because of aim.
Yep.
Yes.
Go for a 1.
You need a 1 to hit.
You got it.
You can do it.
Gonna get this. I believe in me.
D20. Not so much. All right.
I believed in you.
Never mind.
I believed in you.
You believed wrong.
All right. Let's see. You. So now the Orion that you just shot at is going to shoot back. Right? Orion, Nossigan, Orion, Nossigan, Orion. The Orion that you shot at is going to try to shoot back at you.
Okay.
For 3 successes. That does hit. Apparently, you're going to take 8 damage. No. 2,
And
3 damage.
you get to roll cover.
You get 3 damage, and you have 3 cover dice. 4? Yeah, 4 damage. 1 point of cover. Right?
You've been treating it as 2 before. It's 1 in an effect since it's a 5. That's what you've been treating it as. I don't know what the rule is for cover.
That's not supposed to be that. I was getting confused with the vicious quality. That's not supposed to be. Sorry.
All right.
So you get 1 point of cover, and so you take 2 points of damage. 3 points of damage. 3 points of stress on the captain. The captain is very stressed. And another person who is skeptically looking at. Next up after that guy is Kirid.
Is there still how many? So first off, how many momentum do we have?
4.
Can I take this spanner, reach over the barrier, and just smack the guy who's down?
Yes.
All right.
Now, yeah, the one that Bassa had drugged is still down. You can hit him in the back of the brain if you.
I would love to hit him in the back of the brain. And is he prone? Yeah, because he was knocked down.
He is
Yep.
prone.
Okay.
2 successes. He does get to oppose that.
Isn't he out?
No, he's just knocked down. I'm not going to hit a guy who's like
1 success. You do hit him in the brain with the warp spanner.
This spanner is awesome.
Which has
So
a
I'm
knockdown effect for 1 point of damage. And do you want to spend any momentum? You get 2 momentum right off the top for making the attempt.
Mhm.
You have 6 momentum. You have 1
And-
damage. If you spend 4, you can put him out.
Did I also earn 1 for rolling a 2 instead of a 1?
You can only max out at 6.
Oh, you didn't read the page 84? Okay. Well, what do you? That's a lot of momentum just to take him out.
But he's a big thing.
Why are you
Take him out.
hoarding momentum? Like, this is literally the time.
Life and
We
death.
need to kill these people.
Fine, 4 points of momentum. Let's knock him out.
Okay, 4 points of momentum, and you knock him clean out. That Nossigan is completely out.
And then for my minor action,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'll just count that as ducking back behind cover just to make sure I can retain cover.
Okay. Next up is Dr. Bassa.
Oh, there's no other guy to go in between us?
Oh, wait, right.
Yeah.
There is a single other Orion who's going to frickin' shoot at frickin' Kirid Hex.
Oh, you're gonna get me and like kill me in one shot.
I am going to spend 3 momentum to give me 2 more dice, bringing me down to 2 threat, and I'm going to roll very well.
Yeah.
4 successes! Yay! All right. See how much damage I do.
Nice, 7 points.
7 points of damage. You get your 3 cover dice. 1, 2, 3 points. So you take 3 points of stress. All right. That is the last Orion. Now is Dr. Bassa. There is a Nossigan standing in front of you,
Then I should
rubbing his head.
hypo spray him.
Lunge forward.
Yeah. Yeah. That's...
This is for your own
Do
good.
you take any minor actions before you attempt to do this?
I don't know what a minor action to help hypo spray.
Aim, maybe?
Aim, yeah. Aim makes sense, right?
Roll a single d20 made on an attack.
Okay. The aim action. Right there.
That's where it goes.
All right.
Okay. So that
Daring
means
plus security.
my aim, I get what did you say again, Kirid?
You can
You get to
reroll
reroll.
a d20 if you need.
Reroll a d20. Okay. Perfect. Oh, did I roll on Xandra's instead?
Did roll on Xander's
Sorry.
instead. You're gonna have to do that again.
Sorry about that.
That was a
Had
good
Had her
roll.
open and then I just realized. That's the only problem with having 2 of them.
That is a single success and a single.
Reroll that
failure.
9.
Yeah,
Reroll that
Yep.
9.
You
Yeah.
can reroll the 1 dice.
I will.
No, only a
Doesn't
single
Made it
success.
worse.
So they get to try to oppose that roll.
This is your medicine.
No successes. You do hit him with the hypo spray.
Good.
He
You need
takes
to
his
take your
medicine.
medicine.
Take your medicine.
Take your medicine.
1 point of stress on the Nossigan, who, looking at you, really confused. And he's looking kind of groggy, and he's bleeding from the head, and he's been stabbed and shot. And
I just look at him and turn up the.
you just look at this really determined look on your face. Okay. Top of the next round. That goes to Xandra Thor's daughter.
Okay. Xandra's going to aim and shoot the Nausicaan.
Okay.
Sorry, I closed her. Back and forth and back and forth. We need some like intro music while I like open up things. I don't know what it would be, but
There we go.
No Star Wars music during this.
That wasn't Star Wars music.
Star Trek, jeez.
that was
Star Trek. You call yourself a
Seem
Star
really
Trek?
off key. All right, so that is a single success to shoot at them. That does not
Reroll
hit,
it.
but you
Reroll.
can re-roll one of those
will do.
second dice.
Come on. Just need one more success. I'd like it.
That is
you.
another success. All right, so you do hit that person, and you can roll your challenge dice, your 3 challenge dice, in order to see what happens.
Let's see what goes down.
That is 2 points of damage. You guys are chipping away at this Nausicaan 2 points at a time.
Sometimes one.
Oh man, he gets hit. So he's just like hypo-sprayed. He goes up. Xander stands up and shoots him with the stun, and he's just like, It's like wobbling on his feet, swaying back and forth.
Was he prone still?
No, he had stood up.
Good
Yeah.
man. Take
Yeah.
your medicine.
Yep.
All right. After Xandra, the first Orion is going to go, and that Orion's going to shoot at Marcus. But not anywhere close to hitting. Next up is Marcus.
We will attack the Nausicaan again.
All right.
With your stabby thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with your shooty thing.
The stabby thing.
Okay. Stab him with the mechlef.
Daring and security.
That is 3 successes. You gain momentum, and you are going to roll to oppose. And does not do it.
Oh, he
He's
leans
like-
in.
Yeah.
He leans
Just put
in.
me out of my misery. This
Roll
is
your damage.
slow.
That is 2 points of damage, which brings him to 0. And so, yeah, you stab him as he's standing there swaying back and forth with his eyes crossing, and you just reach up and stab him, and he just falls back in a big pile in front of your Domjot fort. And that Nausicaan, that poor guy, killed by yet another 2 points of damage. He's not dead, he's just injured, to be clear. But, yeah, that is... Okay, so after Marcus was going to be that Nausicaan, instead it's going to be an Orion that shoots. And this Orion is going to shoot at Kirid Hex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll that. And miss. Mother mucker. All right, after that, the captain is up. There are no
Right.
Nausigans and 3 Orions, each prone and undercover, none of whom have taken any stress.
Hey, order like Kirid to set his disruptor to overload, and then he can throw it on his turn.
Yeah, I'm really not good at engineering.
He can only do that once a scene.
Ah, dang it. Too bad.
Hey, he did it to great effect to get Xander to take 2 Orions out.
That's
Yes, he
fair.
did. I was just hoping we could do it again.
So right now they're on the ground.
You have 6 momentum.
Could we? No, that wouldn't work. I'm thinking of how we might create an advantage to, deal with their the defensive bonuses that they're getting.
Well, you have 6 momentum, and you can spend that on piercing to get rid of the covering if you do hit them, or you can add extra dice to make it more likely that you'll hit. Both of those can be done.
Okay. Well, I'll aim and shoot at one of the Orions.
Are you going to spend any momentum?
Mm,
Use 3.
No, use 1. I mean,
yeah,
6 momentum. 3
thinking,
undercover prone Orions with disruptor rifles are taking pot shots at you.
I say go 3.
I'm gonna go 2.
Well, it's 1 or 3.
No,
3.
1 or 3.
3.
1.
Oh, he's gonna spend 2. Dang it!
A single momentum. You're down to 5 momentum, and you add a single extra dice.
Okay, so 3d20.
Three successes. That does hit. Roll your damage. You did not take a minor action, so you have no effect on this. That's 2 points of damage to the Orion.
Yay.
Remember to take those minor actions. I'm not going to remind you. Okay? So if you want to take Vicious or you want to take Area, well, Area won't really do you much good right now, but any of those things, you need to remember to do those. Okay? All right. After that, let's see. It was Xander Marcus. Yeah, so 1 Orion's left, and the Orion is going to fire at the captain because at least he has a chance to freaking hit him. 1 extra dice is going to be added for 3 successes. That is a hit. Uh-oh. Zero damage. Zero damage for the captain. He's like, oh, Kirid, so if I move like this?
He just stands up, takes the shot, and is like, ah.
We're actually doing the wave up here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is, after the captain, I think, is Kirid.
Yeah. So, if is it possible for Kirid to take a movement action in the direction of where the Orions are and end his movement in cover? Like there's tables all around. Could he find a place where he advances towards them?
It will not be as good a cover as you have.
Like 2 cover dice, maybe.
Yeah, you can hide behind a table, and that's what they're doing. So they get 2 cover dice.
Because I mean, what do you guys think? I just like everything. Either we
Unless
all drop
we overload
prone,
another disruptor and toss it.
we can all drop prone and then just keep trading pot shots back and forth for the next, hour and a half, until our numbers will eventually play out or somebody gets lucky. Or we can attempt to move up. What do you think?
I say try to flank them. Move up.
Because if I'm close, I can negate their prone advantage. What the heck?
Now, if you
I'm gonna
do
do it.
a movement and then fire from cover, you won't
I can't
be in
prepare.
close range.
No, I know.
You do a sprint action, you can get right on top of them, but you cover.
What I'm thinking is if I do a movement action this turn and then a movement action next turn, then that would count.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do a movement action this turn, get behind a table, and I'm just going to take a pot shot at one.
Okay, so Kira jumps over the Domjot fort and goes running up and hides behind a table and takes a shot.
Actually, I'm going to guard. I'm going to guard myself.
Hey, so
I'll be honest.
get
I'm
up
not
there and do a guard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was fitness plus security, if I'm remembering correctly.
It was then. This time it's going to be daring plus.
Awesome. That is cool. I need to be daring more often.
One success. That gives you momentum. Back up to 6. And you are under a guard. After Kirid goes Dr. Basa Edom. The first time you guys outnumber them.
Right.
Yay!
Weird. I guess I'd probably take my lead from Kirid because he's got a plan in place. So I'd probably do a movement and then do a guard and get under cover kind of thing.
Okay.
You got to get in range to hypo spray.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
My
so
hypo
that
spray,
is
it's no anesthetizing gas.
That is a daring plus security task.
Okay, daring and security.
Also, Vanessa, when Kirid sees that Dr. Basa Edom is following his lead, he becomes super nervous because you are not the person who should be following his lead.
No!
His goal is to protect his people. This is not going to protect you.
She got totally caught up in the moment.
I totally did. I've been like hypo spraying and shooting. I'm totally like a warrior.
All right. Roll your dice, baby.
Yeah, that's coming.
All right, that is a success. Next up is top of the round, and that starts with Xandra Thorsdaughter, who is... Her jaw is on the floor at the actions of the doctor.
Yes. Someone needs to stay back with Cesara. So, as a security officer, she would probably say, Marcus, you stay back. I'm going ahead.
She has also avoided an injury thus far this combat and is pretty low on stress.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's got injured a lot.
No, she has not been injured.
Oh, right. Hasn't been injured, but she has low on stress.
And she has avoided an injury, which means she can't avoid an injury again.
Next time.
Hey,
yeah.
While we're discussing this in great detail, I just want to point out that we're 5 minutes to when we end. Do we want to finish this combat over since it's left?
Let's finish it.
Is that good for everybody?
I can do that.
Okay.
So maybe she'll stay back with Cesara then.
And she can drop prone and just start pot shotting them too. She's a good shot.
Sure. So she'll go prone and try and take a shot.
Okay. Sorry, I just need to do something. Somebody commented and I totally didn't see it, so I feel like an idiot.
Again?
So that's not a hit, but she's
That's the second time.
shooting anyways.
All right, that is not a hit, but she is firing. All right.
Mhm.
And she dropped prone, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, next up after Xandra Thorsdaughter is Orion #1, who's going to shoot at Kirid. I'm going to use the last threat that I have to add an additional dice.
I believe in you, Quinn.
3 successes!
You hit.
I hit him!
Now 3s and 4s.
1, 2, 3 points of damage.
And I have cover.
Roll
2
your
cover.
Ooh, come on.
Yes. I'm really hopeful for these cover.
Ha ha ha!
2 points of cover, so you only take 1 stress. So
Well,
probably you
that's
get hit from splinters as the part of the table explodes that you're hiding behind. Next up is Marcus Barton.
Me. I am going to. I'm going to go prone and. Can I go? Going prone is the minor action, right?
Going prone is a minor action.
Okay.
So then you can't prepare.
No, but I'm still going to take a shot.
Okay.
At Orion number 1.
Okay.
Which 2 was control plus security?
Right. 3 successes, Dan.
Well, no. Just for fun.
1 success, you miss. All right.
Yep.
The next Orion is also going to shoot at Kirid. With a single success, so it does not hit. After Marcus goes the captain.
Okay. So the captain is going to take the minor action prepare.
Okay.
And is then going to shoot at one of our Orion friends.
All right.
Would you like to add a point of momentum to that?
Let's do that.
Is that Orion number 1, 2, or 3?
Which Orion has the least health or stress?
Orion 1 has been hit.
Hit
Let's focus on Orion 1 now.
Okay. That's the one that Kirid's running after.
Then focus on a different one.
No, focus on that one. We got to take one down. So we have
I'm
one
literally
less
going to
person
take him
shooting.
out.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, really. Like, I'm going to go melee him and spend momentum to take him out. Like, that's absolutely what I'm going to do.
All right.
So
Good plan.
Orion number 2.
All right. Sounds good. Need 3 successes to hit him. Two successes. That is a miss.
Oh, sorry. I have an extra die there.
He did. He spent a point of momentum.
That is a 3rd success and a hit.
Yay.
All right.
Yay,
Roll
good
your challenge dice.
Okay.
That is... What effect did you have?
I wanted to go with vicious.
Okay. That's 2, 3, 4 points of damage. He gets 2 cover dice. For 1, so you hit him for 3 points of stress.
Nice.
Very good. All right. Next, after the captain, is the final Orion, who's going to shoot at Dr. Bassa Edom, who has charged out into combat. Glorious, glorious combat. And completely misses her. Because he's like,
Because I'm the
isn't she a
doctor."
doctor? Should I shoot her? I don't even know. How dangerous could she be?
Just holding this hypo spray and a phaser, but the phaser's not really trained on anything. The hypo spray is up.
Yeah.
I got both things.
All right. Next up after the captain is Kirid Hex.
I'm going to move up on Orion number 1 and hit him with my spanner.
Okay. The warp spanner of doom.
And he's prone, so may as well get some. Lots of clicks. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That is a single success and a complication. Would you like to?
I will
spend
negate the complication, please.
All right, so that is 4 momentum that you have left. He's going to oppose that with 2 successes, and so what he's going to do is he's going to try to hit you with the rifle butt.
Did I get 2? Did you count the 2 momentum from attacking a prone character?
So you're back up to 6. All right. So he is going to bludgeon you for 3 points of stress and a knockdown effect.
Oh.
You are now both prone.
I'd like to negate the knockdown with a... Well, actually, you know what?
You cannot.
I'll keep
You've
the
already
prone.
spent momentum on this roll.
You're right, I have. I will stay prone. That actually is beneficial.
All right. So next up is, after Kirid, is Dr. Bassa Edom.
All right.
Charge Orion number 2 and try to hypospray that person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. She's just like, "Ah!" Runs up, brandishing her hypospray.
Uh-oh, it's on Nausicaan level. She could kill this guy.
Yeah, she could.
Hey, would you like to spend any momentum to add to this?
Let's see.
Save it.
You can save it and try to spend the momentum after the fact.
Sure. Yeah. Let's just try and hypospray first.
All right.
Oh, is my focus an emergency medicine?
No.
This is an emergency
This is a medicine
situation
No.
Yeah.
right now.
against a patient who's resisting you.
Wait,
Honestly,
No successes.
No success.
They are going to roll against you and get a single success, so they do get a bludgeon attack with the rifle butt against you.
That's very nice. Don't hit a doctor.
So that is a single point of stress, but they knock you prone. So you run up with the hypospray, he just turns his rifle around and bashes you in the forehead, and you skid to the ground.
Not very nice.
Hit a doctor? How dare you?
Right. All I'm trying to do is give him medicine.
All right, next up is top of the round, and that goes to Xandra Thorsdaughter, who has just seen both Kirid and Dr. Bassa knocked prone.
Yeah.
After Kirid was like, I'm going to take out this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. Don't even bother shooting at him. Shoot.
he's dead. He just don't know it yet.
Got the corpse banner.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing, Xandra?
Can I do create advantage? So can I maybe shoot over at something so things start to like crumble around them, so they have to move out of their prone position? Just
Yeah, the create advantage could be that well, you could create an advantage by blowing up their cover.
right. Yeah.
And then they wouldn't have cover dice, or you
Yeah.
could...
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can certainly do that. I'll make that a shooting attack to create that advantage. You need 2 successes to be able to do.
Okay.
So just kind of like a direct beam and aim it at the desk or at the table until it explodes in
Right.
fire.
Yeah. It's like, go away.
Which
I don't
one are
like
you doing this to?
Probably for 3.
I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Single success does
Single
not do it.
not-
All right. Remember, you have 6
I know.
momentum right now.
But I can't use it now.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
after I said that.
And you should have taken the aim.
I was gonna take the aim, and then I got worried about opening up Xandra's thing again and forgot. So
All right.
My bad.
Next up
Next
is one of the Orions. Orion number 1 is going to continue to try to club. He's going to take the stand action, minor action, and then he's going to try to club Kirid into oblivion.
Kira doesn't like the clubs.
No.
That is 2 successes.
Oh, man.
Come on, Kirid.
Do
Show
it,
how much
Kirid.
you hate the club.
I'm going to spend a point of momentum
Yeah.
on this.
Okay.
I really don't like clubs.
Woo!
5 successes.
Nice.
That'll
I hate
do,
the
Donkey. That'll do.
It has terrible music.
You're back up to 6 momentum, and unfortunately, you can't spend any momentum on your counterattack,
No.
but you can hit him in the brain with your spend. For
1 point of
1
damage.
point of damage.
Bing.
I'm going to take you out like we took out the Nos again.
It'll take a while. It'll hurt.
Bit.
Oh.
That can be our new war cry. Bit by bit.
Bit.
I thought it was like either game on or take your medicine.
Yeah.
So Dr. Bassa likes to try out different war cries.
All right.
She really doesn't know what she's doing, but she can use words.
I think
get it.
each character needs a different war cry.
So next up after the first Orion is Marcus Barton.
Okay. I'm going to with what I'm going to see what Xandra did. I'm going to try to replicate it. I'm going to try to blast away the cover
Of
on
1, 2,
Orion
or
number
3?
3.
3?
Number 3.
Okay.
And I will spend 1 point of momentum, and I'm going to aim.
Okay. I have momentum.
Oh no.
That is 2 successes, which does create an advantage.
He can re-roll. He aimed.
Yes, I can. I'm going to re-roll that 20.
The,
Can
the
re-roll.
complication, yes.
Sweet.
So all you need to do is not roll a 1. Huzzah!
Success.
And that's
Oh,
an
20.
additional success.
Another success.
So
All
Another
the
point of
success.
momentum.
another point of momentum, and you destroy that number 3's cover. Number 2, who is being charged by Dr. Bassa, who is now prone, he does the stand action, and he is going to begin to bludgeon Dr. Bassa into oblivion.
Okay. Not very nice.
For a single success, you now oppose it.
And I oppose it with.
Daring plus security.
I know I keep asking, but
And you could probably spend a point of momentum on this to increase your chances of survival.
to get another die,
Hmm
I would
Okay.
like another die, please.
That's down to 5 momentum.
Whoa, what's going on? What was
That's
that?
fine.
That was 1 success. So
So they were-
a attacker wins on that tie, and so that attacker is going to bludgeon you.
That's not very nice. Still not very nice.
So for 2 points of damage and a knockdown effect, but you're already knocked down.
But I'm already down.
So 2 stress. As
Okay.
he stands up and just BAM! Starts pummeling you with the back of his rifle.
Hmm.
All right.
Shoot him!
Both you two charge out, and you're just starting to get beaten down by these Orions.
This was the plan all along!
I regret my decision.
All right.
They're not prone anymore!
Jared, what are you doing?
Oh, I'll get up, don't worry.
Okay,
You led
Captain.
me into this.
Captain, it's up to you now. There are 2 of your crewmates are being bludgeoned on the ground by Orions. The 3rd Orion has had his cover destroyed by Marcus. What are you going to do?
I'd like to take the prepare minor action and then attack that third Orion.
Hey, what effect are you asking for?
Vicious.
Hey,
Man, Captain doesn't play around.
No.
this is the third Orion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to hit. You need 2 successes. 3 successes.
No,
Use
he's not.
momentum.
Oh, he's got no cover.
And
momentum.
can I use 3 momentum?
You certainly can.
Okay.
Captain.
And
Down
then we
to
get
2
two back
momentum.
anyways.
You have 4 dice.
4 dice.
But then we'll get back 2. So
2 dice.
2. Nope.
Roll that again.
Easier said than done.
That's
Yep.
not
One more.
So that is 2 successes. You needed 3 to hit, so you missed.
Oh.
Too bad.
All right. Next, after the captain, is Orion number 3, who is going to take the move action to duck behind another table.
He cannot. He is prone.
Oh, he has to make the stand action.
And then he has to spend his task to move.
That's right. So that's what he's going to do. Going to make the stand action, make a move action to duck behind another table. All right. Next after him is Kirid Hex, who's being bludgeoned on the ground.
Take the stand minor action.
All right.
And line it up. And let's launch his bacon into oblivion.
All right. Not at the brain, but at the bacon this time. Okay?
At the bacon. I'm making a bold choice by switching it up this late in the game. But
that is a single success. He is going to attempt to oppose that. And gets a single success, so you win on that tie. And you can roll your bludgeoning dice. That is 2 points of damage with no effect. You have 2 momentum left.
That's unfortunate. Can I spend 2 momentum and add a point of threat to you to add 3 dice or 3 damage?
Sounds fine to me.
Is everyone cool with that?
Gets rid of an Orion.
Gets rid of an
Yep.
Orion.
Okay, so you're out of momentum, and I have 1 point of threat. And he bludgeons the Orion, who falls back, breaks a chair as he goes over. You are now down to 2 Orions. Next up is, after Kirid, is Dr. Bassa Edom, who's being bludgeoned on the floor.
it's so rude.
You know where you went wrong. Get him this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take the stand minor action and.
All right.
Do we have? We're all out of momentum. Never mind. It's all right. I got this.
You got this. You can do
I
it.
got this. No,
That is
don't
no
have
successes. He is, so that's an unsuccessful. He's not gonna. He gets 1 success and a complication. I'm going to spend my point of threat to get rid of that complication. But he is going to continue to bludgeon poor Dr. Bassa Edom for no damage. All right.
Very nice.
Next up after Dr. Bassa Edom is the top of the next round, which starts off with Xandra Thorsdaughter.
Since number 3 has no cover right now,
He is undercover again.
Oh, he is undercover.
But he is
But he's not prone.
Oh,
Hit him!
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
All right. Let's do it, Xandra.
2 successes.
Woo!
That is a hit. Roll your damage.
Will do. I was gonna take an aim, but I didn't do that.
1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. He has 2 cover dice and gets a single point, so you do 3 stress to number 3.
Good.
All right. Next up after Xandra Thorsdaughter is Orion number 2, who's going to attempt to continue to bludgeon poor Dr. Bassa into oblivion. If only he had a warp spanner.
She'd be gone if he had a warp spanner.
That's true.
This is 1 success, so that is successful. You can attempt to oppose. You need to get 2 successes to not get hit, right?
Okay.
That is daring plus security.
Yep. Okay, come on, 2 successes. Bassa, okay, think of your medical training. This guy doesn't want to take his medicine. What do you do? What do you do? Maybe it helps. No.
1 success,
No.
which means
I'm
you
getting it, though. It's
continue to
slowly
get
coming to me.
bludgeoned.
Yeah.
For no damage.
Yeah, no. I know.
Take your medicine!
And I
Alright.
don't really have the social graces to not be saying that out loud, so I'm totally yelling that.
All right. He's just like, ah, what is wrong with you?
Take our medicine!
Well, I don't even know what is in that hypo spray, but it's freaking me out. All right. Next up is that was
Me.
Orion number 2. Next up is Marcus Barton.
I'm going to shoot at Orion number 3.
Okay. Orion number 3 is undercover, but is not.
Okay, I'm going to do the prepare action for the vicious,
All right.
and we don't have any momentum.
Nope.
And I don't have a focus.
That is 2 successes. That means you do hit. You can now roll damage.
Woo.
That is 2 points of damage. If you give me 3 points of threat, you can take him out.
No, I'm not going to do that.
He gets to keep threat.
All right, so that 4 points of damage on that poor guy. Oh wait, he has
Oh yeah, he's got his little thingies.
1 point of damage. Get. All right. After Marcus Barton, Orion number 3 is going to go. He's going to take the minor action of going prone, and he is going to. I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to shoot at Kirid.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I think so. That is a single success and does not hit Kirid because of fucking course. Next up after him is Captain Celis Argel. Captain's had a little run of bad dice luck.
I'm gonna do the prepare minor action and target Orion number 3 with accurate.
Accurate? Oh, what does accurate do?
That's
It
not
makes
one you
him
can
hit him
add.
automatically.
Wait.
That's not one you can add.
What are my options for adding? There's vicious.
Area,
intense,
Tense.
piercing, or vicious.
Would piercing help us overcome his?
Cover.
That negates cover.
So that's
Yeah.
his resistance. He doesn't get cover dice. You still have to hit him. Right now he is prone, so it would need 3 successes to hit.
Shoot another one.
Or you
I
can
don't know,
shoot
there's
the
one
one that's
bludgeoning the
bludgeoning your
doctor.
doctor to death and standing up, so it only takes
Yeah.
2 successes.
However,
Right.
since he's engaged in melee with someone of ours, doesn't that increase the difficulty
that-
by 1?
Does so both of them will take 3 successes either way. You're-
And a complication against the doctor could be really bad.
True. True.
I'm just gonna
she can
shoot the
take
one
it.
that's not trying to bludgeon the doctor to death.
All right.
I'm going to reward that good behavior. With the piercing.
Okay.
Modifier.
Go for a natural 1, and then another hit.
Do we have any momentum to spend?
You don't, but you can
No.
give me threat.
No.
Don't.
So wait, I need 3 successes, but I only get 2 dice.
Right.
You
so
need
you
to
You have to
roll,
roll a 1.
natural
Yeah.
I
1.
really have to roll 1.
Or you can aim at
burn.
his cover.
Or you can shoot his cover. It's a 2.
That's
difficulty.
creating an advantage. So
Yeah.
you would blast away his cover. That requires a 2 to do. Create that advantage.
Okay, let's target the cover then.
Okay.
Let's piss off Ozarkso by destroying as much of his gambling hall as we can.
You've already blown up a
Absolutely.
bunch of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like casinos, so that's good.
No.
That is a single success and is not successful.
These are high quality tables.
High quality
Yeah.
tables. All right. Next up after the captain is Kirid Hex.
I am going to make a move action over to the doctor and attempt to help her give this thug his medicine.
All right. Are you going to give him the warp spanner Sol?
Take a warp spanner and call me in the morning.
All right. So you run over to him to assist the doctor in giving this guy his medicine. All right.
Hopefully.
That is a single success. He's going to
Fail.
not do that at all. So you do
Kirid
get to hit him in the brain. And that is 3 points of damage on
And
this guy.
and he's knocked down.
And he's knocked down. Okay, so you run up, boom, and he falls over a table and sprawls.
Doctor, now!
I'm so ready.
He's like bleeding and just bruised. He's like, "Ah!" My favorite memory of this fight is going to be the doctor losing it.
Yep.
The bad luck Nossigan is going to be my second.
Mhm.
All right. After Kirid goes Dr. Bassa Edom.
Okay, so he needs his medicine. I'm gonna aim
Okay.
and then do.
Yes. And he's prone, so you get 2 momentum for attacking him.
That's right.
Awesome. I like that. I'm a fan of that. Go. Submit. Submit. I
Are you
yelled that
yelling
too.
at him to submit?
Submit! Submit! Take your medicine!
That's terrifying.
You get him. Roll your challenge dice.
Submit.
That's 1, 2, 3 points of damage and knockdown effect.
No,
Spend-
do it again.
Spend
Stay
the 2
down.
point of momentum that you just earned.
You can spend those 2 points of momentum and you will knock him out.
Knock him out. Take your medicine.
No,
That's what the doctor ordered.
submit.
All right, I guess we know who you were in the mirror universe.
It's not my fault. On the actual thing, that's what it says is submit. And for your last thing to roll the dice is submit.
You have a really dark Trill to whom you're joined, and who just comes out in those moments. Submit.
All right, scary Trill lady. We're going to go to the top of the next round, where Xandra Thor's daughter is going to go.
She's gonna shoot out the cover from number 3.
Okay.
Sandra. She's going to aim. Oh, let's do it correctly here. Hold on. Wrong. There we go. Sweet.
Nice.
Bye, cover.
That
outta
is
here.
cover is destroyed, and you generate 1 momentum.
Nice.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. So the cover explodes. He's still prone, but he has no cover.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Submit. All right. All right. Next up, after Xandra Thorsdaughter, is Orion number 3, who is going to. Oh my goodness! What does he do?
Cry.
Drop your weapon. You will not be harmed.
Not sure. I think he's going to just start firing at the guy with the warp spanner. He seems dangerous. Miss! 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 Ah! All right. Marcus, you're up.
All right. I am going to shoot at the dude on the floor. And I'm going to prepare. I'm going to do a vicious on the phaser.
Okay.
And I'll spend the point of momentum.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
fair.
Successes to hit.
Was that the phaser warming up?
That is 3 successes.
Yes.
That is a hit.
Nice.
You have the vicious effect in play. Roll your challenge dice. That is
6.
6 points of damage.
Wow.
You
Nice.
take him out completely. Oof, he is stunned. And now this combat comes to a close. As you guys finally take out the last Orion, the Orions on the ground have pushed out and repulsed the attack, and a quiet comes over the scene. And we're going to end it there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. That was super fun.